Hello, hello, hello. Did you guys even hear me during the intro? Did you guys hear me? Hello, hello. I was going hello, hello, hello. You guys couldn't hear me. Hi guys! Oh my god! Yes, you can hear? Okay, cool. This is my first time streaming in this new... It's not even a new setup, it's just a new place. Oh my goodness. Hi, I'm sorry! So much has happened! Like too much. I'm so stressed. I missed you guys so much. Oh my gosh. Room tour? There's literally nothing in here. I'm not even joking. I still only have one monitor. I'm just saying. I literally cannot do anything. Sorry, I know everybody's streaming the Niji Enchanted thing right now. But this is probably one of the only times I can stream. Just because I'm just really busy and kind of sickies. No furniture? Yeah, that's me. That's me now. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I don't remember anything. Every day I wake up and I have to do something. But you know, I did get to see some friends, so I'm really happy. Start from the beginning. Okay, well, in the beginning, I was a fetus. And then, one day, I grew a conscience. Wait, do you guys ever realize, like, when we're born into this world, nobody can remember? You ever realize that? Like, when do we gain consciousness? I think I, like, vaguely remember one memory from when I was 2 years old, but I don't really. Technically, you were an egg. True. I'm allergic to eggs. Sort of. I'm intolerant. I remember. It's called childhood amnesia. Oh! So there's a word for it. Anyways, so I didn't want to call this, I'm back Zatsu, cause I'm not. Cause after this stream, I have to literally leave. I need to go back to Canada. Cause I need to do some health tests. And that's really stressful because I literally just got here, so... Well, I set this up for myself, so I already knew what was gonna happen. It's just that when it does happen, I'm just really tired. Yeah, but the stress is gonna be when you fly back. Yeah, I just don't like flying, but, you know, other than that, everything else is fine. Yeah, so... Where do I even start? I don't even know. I moved to Japan. I think I said it in a membership, but then I kind of forgot that it was a membership stream, so I kind of assumed everyone knew. And then I, like, said it again during Luca's off collab, like the off collab that I did with Luca, and then a lot of people were like, what? And I was like, what? And then I was like, wait, I thought I told everyone. And then I was like, oh wait, those memberships, oops. Well, like, I just, like, kind of forgot. But yeah, anyways, I moved to Japan. I'm still kind of in the process of it, so I'm not, like, fully settled in. I was just really rushing because I have to go back, like, today. I have to go back to my home country because... Yeah, that's why I was rushing so much, you know, I had to do everything before this day. And I did it. And honestly, I think I should never do that again because it's just not enough time. Kinda thought, like, I would have enough time to do everything, but everything just took so much time that I just had no time. So I underestimated. Have you packed everything? I mean, I don't really need to pack too much. I just need to pack, like, some clothes. And then I'm gone. This is a membership stream? No. I see the internet has still not gained any brain cells, but it's okay. I never expected that. You sound really tired. That's because I'm exhausted. Well, like, I feel better today. Like, a couple days ago, I think all the exhaustion caught up, and whenever I get too tired, like, my sickiness acts up. I don't even know how to explain it. I just get a lot of pain, and the pain debilitates me, and then I die, and then I have to be like, oops, I need to rest. Unfortunately, it did happen around the time where, on the day where Vox was holding his karaoke stream with everyone. I was really sad. I was like super sad. I looked forward to it because I was like, yay, I get to hang out with everyone after a really long week of doing literally nothing fun, because, you know, it's just, you have to do so much things, you know? Okay, I did hang out with my dad, and that was fun, but, you know, those moments are very brief. So I was just, like, really upset. I was like, damn, I'm gonna get to, like, put in so much Lady Gaga songs, and now I can't even sing them, and I can't see people, and I'm just here dead. Love that for me. But, you know, I saw that they sung the Lady Gaga song, so I was very happy in the end. Thank you, NIJISANJI EN. Yeah, I do feel better today, don't worry. I'm just a little tired. But yeah, I moved. What else? There's just so much. Honestly, it's just not easy to move. Like, I think even if you moved within your own country and stuff like that, it's still really stressful. But like, damn, moving across the world is even more stressful. And Supermassive Black Hole 2. Yeah, I put those songs in, guys. I put in Supermassive Black Hole and all the Lady Gaga songs. Well, except for Bad Romance. Somebody got to that before me. Thank you. How's summer in Japan? Honestly, it gets really hot, but then it gets really not super hot. But I think it's probably starting to get very, very hot. Like, it's not too bad today, but some days were so hot that honestly everybody just wanted to die. It's cooler this year than last year, apparently. I hope so. My brain cannot comprehend an overseas transfer. I know, it's so much. I'll probably, like, once I get everything sorted, I'll talk more about, like, you know, all these funny stories that I encountered. Honestly, right now I'm just really tired and I can't think of anything. But even if I tried to. But yeah, it wasn't really an easy move, mostly because I needed to, like, move within a certain time because, you know, because I wanted to. But I should have given myself more time or something. I still have some administrative stuff to do. Yeah, like those things take so much more time. But they're all done. Spill the tea? Well, I got to, like, even though I didn't really get to stream on my channel, I was kind of here and there. Like, I got to appear on the Lazulite's 5-year anniversary stream, which they graciously invited me. Thank you so much, Lazulite. Love y'all. I was also invited to Niji Improv, which was really fun. It's my first time being in Niji Improv, so I didn't really understand how it worked. Honestly, I saw the previous Niji Improv streams from, like, last year and the year before that, and, you know, in my mind I was like, yeah, of course they would script this. Like, come on, you can't just, like, go on there without anything. And then I was actually on improv and they're like, yeah, you just make it up, we just give you a prompt. And I'm like, what? You're just gonna let me do whatever I want in 3D? what if I say like something controversial? What's this gonna be live? And they're like, well, we trust that you won't do that. And I was like, I don't even trust myself. Like, how's this gonna work? Anyways, I just wanted to scare them. But you know, I was kind of surprised, like, oh, okay, there's like no rules or anything. It was a huge mistake. Anyways, I got paired up with Uki, and it was really fun. We did like this, kind of like, well, first of all, our prompt was really like interesting. It was like something about like a grandson or something grandchild trying to like hide his secret from his grandmother or something. I can't remember, but like, I don't know. Uki and I just made it like into some sort of like queer skit, you know, in commemorance to Pride, which is very important to me and to, of course, important to Uki, and I hope important to everybody here. But yeah, it was really fun. We almost won. We were actually second placed after Luca and Alira. I have to say, they were really good. I think Alira especially is really good at like stuff like this. I don't even know. I think she just watches a lot of High School Musical. And like, I think when she was like probably a kid, she just watched so much of like these, I don't know, these shows, and she just knows, man. She just knows so much like media culture. So I saw it. I saw how she was acting, and was like, oh man, I don't know why, but I get a feeling that a lot of these were inspired by shows that you like, the way that she talked and everything. It was like very Disney, you know, like Disney Channel. Yeah, I was just like, and Luca's kind of just there, but like he's always funny. And yeah, speaking of Luca, I got to make a pizza with him. It was really fun. We successfully made one and then failed the other. I had never used a microwave oven. It was very confusing, but they're quite like advanced. I've only ever used an oven or a microwave, but like not a microwave oven. But that was very fun. The spinach. I know, I saw a lot of people, and Petra quote retweeted it and was like, it's really funny that I was saying that this is spinach because it's not. Well, the thing is like, it is spinach because it's called mustard spinach. You know, I think there's a word in Japanese. I forgot what it's called in Japanese. Koma something something. Right? And if you translate that, it literally says mustard spinach. So, I mean, it is spinach. It's called spinach at least. I don't really care if it is spinach or not, but it's... Also, I think they might have actually labeled it wrong, because on the packet, like on the plastic part, it says horenso. Komatsuna. It was actually yeah, I mean, I know it looks different from the traditional spinach. Also, Petra doesn't even cook, guys, please, okay? Come on. Out of the three of us, Luca, Petra, and I, who cooks the most? Probably me. That's right. So if I say it's spinach, it's most likely spinach. Also, it said horenso, which I also was it was kind of like, it looks a little different, but like, if they say it's horenso, it's horenso. Why are you calling her out? Because she quote retweeted and was like, I don't even think Enna knows what spinach is. I'm like, I don't even think you cook, girl. At least I'm feeding my own mouth. I love you. Also, we were supposed to collab too, Petra and I, but we didn't. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the time to. I had so many collabs, or not so many, but I had like 2 collabs that was supposed to happen this week, but then I physically wasn't able to, and then Petra and I couldn't find like a good time. But once I come back, and really actually settle down, we were thinking of playing the that one Chinese game that everybody's been playing. What is it called, guys? I can't remember. It's like the one where like every time you do something you die from being poisoned. Empress, yeah, Road to Empress. That one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, we're thinking of playing that one. So once I come back and, you know, finally just freaking chill and stuff, I can finally play this game. I was thinking of inviting Petra over too, cause I want to invite someone over, and I want Petra to be the first person. So yeah, Babu is playing it too. I think they should die to like every route or something. I want to see you play it so bad. Yeah, we will. I want to play with Petra because, like, I mean, we both speak Mandarin, so I don't even know why she's so good at speaking Mandarin. I think she's just like really big brained. Did you get a fridge? Yes, I did. Finally. Oh, I'm so tired, guys. I just wanted to stream one time before I have to leave. Cause I felt really bad. I like kept saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream. And then I kind of thought like I would have time, and then something else would pop up, and I was like, are you kidding me? There's just so much things. I was like getting kind of annoyed, but also because it was so hot outside. Every time I have to do something and then I finish it, I'm like, oh, finally I can finally relax, and then something else happens, and I'm just like, okay. We can wait, don't worry. Yeah, thanks guys. You guys are always so patient. I just feel really bad because it makes me feel like I falsely promised something, but then I couldn't do it. Gonna get even hotter from now on. I know. I am not looking forward to summer. I don't like summer. Summer is too hot nowadays. It's okay, we all have life to do. I know. Well, I'm glad that I get to stream a little bit today. I do have to like clean up and then pack and stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd just take a break, speak to you guys. I really have not been doing much but like errands and all these other not fun things. Meanwhile, I'm freezing. Wow, there's actually some places in the world where it's cold still. Did you get your own stamp? Yes, actually. I got a stamp. It's called Inkan in Japanese. And so I think like everybody who is possibly a foreigner might have this problem. Like my name is too long. Enna Alouette. I was like, I wanted to make my stamp. And yeah, I went to actually like a really nice so it's like this family that owns their store, and they've been making like stamps for years. And I just actually happened to just at the time live pretty close to them. And I was like, yeah, why not just like make one here? I actually asked them, I was like, are you guys just like a factory, or do you actually, you know, own the store? And this old man was like,
this has been my family's work for generations. We've been opened here for, I forget, like 60 something years. And we recently just renovated, so it looks really new. I don't really like the way the walls are painted, but oh well, the other ones were getting old and rusty, so we had to.
Anyway, he like ranted about like, you know, his new construction thingy, but yeah. And then after he ranted, he like,
anyways, we want to make a stamp. This guy will help you.
And I thought it was his son, because he said it was like a family like owned store. And then this guy came out and he's like, oh yeah, I just work here. They just hired me because they're too old to read stuff. And I'm like I guess like his eyesight was bad or something. It was really funny. And then so they were like, okay, yeah, so how do you want your name? And I was like, Enna Alouette. And they're like, that's too long. I was like, what is this, Enna? Because it's like only like four letters, right? Or 4 katakana letters. But even then, it's like two, like it's just you're supposed to fit it on like this like circle thingy. because it's like all these stamps like traditionally are circular, so it's really hard to like fit anything in there unless you just have like 1 or 2 kanji characters in your name, which is like, you know. So no, they don't reject you for it. They just they want to make sure that your stamp gets accepted, you know, because if it's too long, then they can't see the stamp properly because they'll be reading like, what does this say? So they're like, what's your last name? And I was like, Alouette. And they're like, okay, that's even longer. And I was just like, well, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Should we just do like the first letter? And, you know. And I thought about like actually writing out my Chinese name, but then I was like, oh, but it has to kind of like match my ID, right? Because you can't just have like, they're pretty strict about it. Like even if you have like whatever name that you write on your card, you have to basically write something. You have to basically pick from that, because if you write like it in a different language or anything, like they usually don't like the inconsistency and they are more likely to reject it. So I just put Enna because it's the shortest one, you know, and it barely fit, but it did. And they're like, okay, we would do that. And it's really cool, like the font is really cool. And I was like super happy. Actually, I didn't even know this because I don't remember, but my dad was like, why did you get another stamp? You have one from when we got you one when you were 3. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't remember that. You should have told me. You should have just given it to me. He's like, I don't know where it is. I was like, well, that's useless. Like, how am I supposed to find it or something? Like, yeah, my dad was like, why'd you get another stamp? I made you one when you were 3. And I was like, when I was 3? I was like 500 years ago, man. Like, I can't remember where that stamp is. I don't even have it. And he's like, yeah, I don't remember where it is either. And I was like, okay. Can you still use the old one? Yeah, you can just register. You know, you can make a stamp and register. It's just that I don't know where that stamp is. Yeah, anyways, that was really fun. And I'm actually pretty happy with the stamp because, you know, it's made by like a family who made their careers out of like making stamps. So I would like to think that it's unique. I think. Yeah, from a family-owned business. I think that was really cool. That was really fun. I think like doing stuff like that is fun. So like, I know you guys know this, but I don't speak Japanese. I probably can do like basic conversation like, oh, the weather is very nice today. Like, yes, it very much so is. And like stuff like that, but like anything beyond that, I'm kind of like really confused. And I don't know, I guess maybe because like, you know, first of all, I'm like, I don't like to say that I was raised in Japan because it's not really true, but I come to Japan like so often because my family, I mean my dad slash family, he's my family, and also because like, you know, my parents worked in Japan too, so it's just like Japanese culture is just super ingrained in our family. So I understand the culture and stuff like that a lot, but you know, the language has always been pretty difficult because I'm just not like here enough to really learn it properly. Like I always go back and forth and end up being in Canada, obviously. So I guess like because like mannerisms and my gestures might like mimic like Japanese culture pretty like accurately, so a lot of people end up thinking that I'm Japanese, which I'm not. So whenever I enter anywhere, people will look at me and be like just speak super duper in Japanese. They'll be like there's just no sign of me that looks foreign. Even though I really think that I look foreign, I feel like the way I dress is very Canadian. And I just don't feel like I look Japanese. I just don't feel it. But I know people see me and they're just like, what would you be? What? And how can I help you today? What will you be registering today? And like, it's just super duper fast, and I'm just like, I am. And I just go around being like, I am Gaikokujin desu. And they're like, oh, okay. And it's like significantly slower after that. Like, nani ga登録しますか? Like, what are you registering? And I'm just like, I'm registering, I don't know, my ass print or something. Like everything, I don't know, everything. You gotta register everything. Ear print, nose print. I'm just kidding, but like it feels like that. I'm like, damn, I registered for so many things. I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm just like, yeah, and then there's just a lot of waiting. Well, I mean, honestly, like, to be honest and to be really fair, waiting for things in Japan is so much faster than in Canada. In Canada, everything is always backed up. Like, the first thing they tell you whenever you enter anything, like a hospital, or like, you need to like file like something government related or something, you enter and the first thing these people say is like, yeah, we're like 2 hours behind. Just letting you know. So actually it's not too bad here, like the waiting time. But obviously, like, you know, waiting's just not that fun. Japan is just super efficient. I mean, I do agree that they are efficient in stuff like this, like, you know, like customer support and stuff like that. Like, that's very efficient here, which I'm very happy about. I do think that they are not very efficient in some other ways, like, you know, regarding like, or maybe it's more like it's just so strict. Like, sometimes if you don't do step 1, you just can't do step 2. I don't know how to explain it. I think I really need to find a story where I can explain it better, because sometimes I'm just like, this is very, very silly, but okay. Yeah. I just can't think of anything right now. Are waiting times relatively short in Japan? I thought they were incredibly long. There was like a few times where I had to wait like 7 hours, but you know, I did technically go like midday. You know how sometimes when you need to register for like, you know, like identification or something like that, you have to, usually people tend to go super early in the morning. I just couldn't wake up. I just like was so tired. So I end up going like midday, and I guess the consequences for that is waiting a little bit longer. Yeah, so that was really long. I was like, we've been here for 7 hours. Like, this is not fun. We do not like that. We do not like that. I was sitting there, my phone was about to die. That's how long it was. I was like, damn, I didn't bring a charger. Like, we not having fun right now. I think I like get so stressed nowadays that I speak in plural. Does that make any sense? Whenever I get really stressed, I have to like split myself into 2 parts, so it feels like the stress is like offloaded. You know, I have to feel like I'm a team with myself. Does anybody ever do that? Because I do that rarely, but sometimes when I'm really stressed, I just like say out loud like, we do not like that. That was not fun. We do not appreciate. This is so real. I know. I feel like some people do it. It's just like, I don't know. It feels better to know that there's like you have to be your own best friend, you know? Because sometimes it really is just you. And because I can't like cope properly knowing that I'm alone doing all these very scary things, not speaking a lick of Japanese. I'm just like, I gotta like start splitting up. I gotta split up and be like, okay, bestie, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna, after we finish this, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and then we can go back to this place, and then we yeah. Sounds like a defense mechanism. Yeah, it is. I gotta start splitting my personality. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you're just so alone that you need help from yourself. You think in Mandarin or English? English! English is like my most fluent language. There are theories that we have 2 personalities in our brain. That makes sense. I'm sure there's more than 2. Yeah, anyways, well, a few other things, fun things that happened was... I can't believe this, but, I've been following basketball. Well, obviously the NBA's because, like, we got the sponsorship for it, like, since last year. And I got sponsored to kind of represent the New York Knicks. And, you know, when I first heard about them, we hadn't even, like, announced the sponsorships, but I researched into, like, you know, their history and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I, like, read the history and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Like, yay, let's try to win this year. I'm like, guys, these guys have not won for 50 years. Well, what am I supposed to put out, some false hope or something? I had no idea, like, of any, like, first of all, actually, for rules of, like, basketball and stuff, I know quite a bit because my mom really liked playing basketball. So I already know, like, basketball, like, how it works and stuff. But of course, like, I'm not really, like, big into, like, sports, especially, like, you know, NBA or, like, FIFA or, like, anything like that, you know. I just kind of know it if it's kind of, like, everywhere and people talk about it, but, yeah, I'm just not, like, a super big sports fan. But, because I had this sponsorship, I just wanted to look into it. And occasionally, like, especially this year, I kind of looked into, like, how the team was doing and stuff like that. I was, like, you know, watching them. I even paid for a subscription, guys. I was like, I just want to see, like, you know, how they're doing. Like, you know, there is always a chance for a team that hasn't won for decades to come back. And I was not gonna lie, I did not really, like, think that they would, because obviously, like, if you haven't won in, like, 50 years, it's just a little hard to believe in them. Also, let alone, like, I'm just also not really, like, a huge sports fan in general. But, you know, I did support them in my own way. I not only bought a subscription just to watch the New York Knicks play, I used my merch every day. I, like, use that towel every day. First of all, it's a really good towel. By the way, like, I know I was sponsored for it, but, you know, the merch is all, like, sold out now. So I'm just telling you guys, you know, this was a sponsorship, but low-key, this towel was really good. It was also, like, really pretty. I was like, damn, they made me look like I have booba. I love that for me and for them. Yeah, that's okay. I'm a Spurs fan. And yeah, okay, we'll talk more about it. I was watching, like, the game, and finally on one of the days where it wasn't, like, for people who don't really know, like, how basketball works, it's like, it wasn't, like, basically, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week, the New York Knicks, won, and they won playing against the Spurs. And I have to say, the Spurs also did a really good job, except maybe the end where, like, they kind of, like, messed up a little bit. But, you know, I think that's very normal because, you know, it's a lot of pressure. I saw this one guy on the Spurs team, and he really fucked it up for his team, and I feel really bad. But, like, yeah, they really choked. I was like, oh shit. But, you know, that's good for me because the New York Knicks won. And I was like, no fucking way. They actually won the whole, like, NBA, like, championships. That's crazy. It was so crazy, guys. It was, like, one of the craziest. It kind of made me feel like I was watching Haikyuu again. You know, the anime volleyball. I was like, so, like, into it. I was like, no fucking way. There's no way. It was so cool. Like, okay, so basically, if the Spurs had won, they would have to play another game, because then it would basically be, I believe, tied or something, right? But if the New York Knicks won, like, they just win, because, you know, they were counting each game is also just, like, I don't know how to, like, explain how they section off, like, games and stuff, but basically, if the other team had won, then they would have to play another game. So, yeah, best of 7. Yeah. So, yeah, it was incredible. It's actually a very legendary, historic moment, and I was just like so happy. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, Alouette, best good luck charm. And I was just like, honestly, I mean, I know you guys are like half joking and stuff, but these guys like played hard. Like they worked really hard. I had nothing to do with this. I'm not even big on basketball, so I don't even want to take like why am I involved? But I did think it was really cool that like the New York Knicks won, and you know, they do have like this player that's on the shorter side for basketball players, but he did really well. So he was like all over the media, and people were like, you can play basketball even if you're short. And he's not actually short, you know. When they say short, they mean like 6 feet. That's not short, okay? But like in basketball communities, that's short. Yeah. But like, you know, nobody is really short. So there's this guy on the other team, on the Spurs. This guy's like 7'5" or something. He just looks so, like, all these other people are like super tall already, but this guy is just like significantly taller. He would look so scary. I was like, there's no way that there's a human being that's like 7'5". What the fuck? I was like, oh yes, his name was Wemby. Yes, sorry, I can't remember their names. He's so big. Like, he is so tall. Even like on the camera, you can tell how much taller he is. And I was just like, I think some people call him like an alien because he's just so tall. But like I kind of noticed that he doesn't have as much stamina, probably because he's so fucking tall. Like he has to have all his brain cells and the energy that he exerts goes to hit his growth spurt. So like I feel like even though he's really tall, he doesn't really last too long on the basketball court. But cute name. Yeah, that's such a cute name, Wemby. Yeah, he was really tall, and I kind of noticed that, and I thought it was really funny. Some people in the chat getting heated, like, this guy choked! You guys have to understand, like, if you want my perspective, I don't play any sports, obviously, but I do, like, show up on media a lot. Just the fact that you're on, like, TV, the fact that there's a bunch of people around you screaming at you and, like, either cheering for you or like booing at you, and you, first of all, they are trained so hard to like block all that shit out. You know how hard it is to do that? Like it's just so much noise, and on top of that, you have to play efficiently for your team. You have to like, you know, make sure you don't choke and stuff. And of course it's normal for people to still choke and stuff. It's a lot of pressure. And then even afterwards, like, people always have a strong opinion. They're like, yeah, you, something, I always knew you would win, or like, I always knew you were gonna fuck up your team. It's a lot. You like that, the mental capacity to like play sports in front of like such a huge audience and community is, I could never do that. Like, I'm a VTuber and I already get overwhelmed, and I can't even hear you guys. I just read your chat. I just read what you guys write, and I still get overwhelmed. So, like, imagine playing and trying to, like, not fuck up when people are, like, yelling in your face, being like, fucking pass the ball! Fucking pass the ball! Like, as if you were the professional. That is so scary to me. So I think, honestly, knowing all this, I think both teams did really well. Obviously, congratulations to New York Knicks. It's really an honor to honestly have the winning team. Like, I think I was the one that was lucky. I was like, whoa, I can't believe my team won. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm actually very happy that, like, you know, the stuff that I got, like, because, you know, whenever we make merch, like, they also send it to us too. I'm really happy that, like, the collab with the New York Knicks, like, was the year that they made a huge comeback. So that's pretty historical in my eyes. And, you know, when I grow old and I tell my kids, and if my kids ever become like some sort of sports fan, I'll be like, this was the year that the New York Knicks made their historic comeback, and guess whose name is on this shirt? That's right, that's me. Yeah. Knicks deserve that win though. I'm happy for Brunson and Hart. I'm sorry to say I really just can't remember their names. I was just watching kind of casually, but it was so good. I think like maybe they must have clips of the finals on YouTube by now, but like yeah, I think you guys should watch it. It was a really cool, like, in my eyes, kind of like an episode, you know? Like, it was just so... I was like on the edge of my seat. I was just like kind of watching casually. And then, like, honestly, I really thought, like, from the beginning of, like, quarter 3, like, the Spurs were gonna win because they were just ahead by so much. I was like, oh, there's no way, right? I don't know. And then they just caught up in quarter 4 and then they just won. And I was like, whoa, what? That's crazy. Like, I went to pee and the Spurs were, like, ahead by, like, I think 10 or something. I can't remember. But, like, I was like, what the fuck? And then game 4 came in. And they just turned it all around. Like, they literally just flipped it all around. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. This makes me want to watch more basketball. But, you know, I'm really afraid of, like, the sports community. I feel like they're very intense. And, you know, I live tweeted about, like the basketball game because I was just so, like, I was, like, really impressed, and it was really, like, fun to watch. And I got, like, some other people from not the VTuber community, like, probably, like, the basketball community or something. They, like, came and they're just like, yeah, they might have won this year, but next year they're gonna suck dick. And I was like, bro, you are in the wrong community. Like, I'm just a VTuber, man. I'm just watching my team. That's it. I'm just a casual supporter, okay? You don't gotta be like that, okay? It was so funny. It was so fun. And then this guy was like, oh, I was like, yeah, but you know, the other team played really well too. And it was like, oh, thanks, bro. I was like, okay, I guess they're not like, I think they're just like really like heated up in the moment and then they go back to normal. It was really funny. I loved it. It was really fun. I think I kind of wish we would get another like sponsorship, like sports related. I think that'll be really fun. I really love like researching about, you know, teams that like we're kind of assigned to. I just know nothing. The only team that I knew before this was the Raptors because, you know, Canada. So, and I do remember, like, I think 2019 the Raptors won, and it was like it was like all over the news. I was just like, yippee, finally we won. Oh, but I think like one of the players for the New York Knicks was actually also a player in the Raptors back in 2019, and I thought that was a really cool association. I don't really know this person, but like that's what I heard. I think somebody on Twitter told me. Yeah. If you're in Japan, you should definitely check out Koshien in August, not the NIJISANJI one, the real one. Oh yeah, I probably should. I have to say, like, baseball for me is the most confusing sport. I think I just can't. I don't think I've ever had like anybody play it or explain it to me, and when they do, I kind of forget. Like soccer / football and basketball, like my grandpa plays soccer and my mom plays basketball, so, you know, growing up they would play with me and then I would kind of get the gist of the game. But like baseball, I just don't get. I really don't. I can't remember like the rules of baseball. Canada's doing well in the World Cup. Yeah! Have you been following the World Cup? Nope. I only followed the NBAs because, you know, my team was in the finals and I was like, you know, I should at least watch them, you know? I want to give them my support. And, honestly, they didn't need it because they were just that good. And I don't know who made the speech at the end, but whoever made the speech was really cool. It was like, yeah, haters will always be haters, but when you show them up, you don't gotta say anything. And I was like, whoa, that was so cool, King. Let's go. They're like, got nothing to say because we won. I was like, woohoo, that's right, bitches. That was so cool. OG and Naobi was the former Raptor and had a fantastic playoffs and finals. Yeah, the thing is like, oh my gosh, these people play. Well, obviously it's their profession, but everything happens so fast. Like, how do you think that fast? You should be like, you have to move your body and your mind at the same time. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can only do one at a time. If I move my body, I can't think. I'm just like, I'm moving my body. But if I think, I'm just sitting there. So yeah, it's so cool. You were their lucky charm. Sure, if you guys want to think that. I have no association to this team besides this sponsorship, but I just thought it was really cool that they won. That was really cool, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like all the fun stuff, like, you know, in between all the stressful stuff. That's why they train for it and why they're pros, making the money to prove it. Well, the thing is like, you know, in this world, when people say, I'm a professional, this and that, honestly, like, most of the time, they're not really that good. But like, with sports, you kind of have to be good, because if you're not, then you're just not on the team. You're just sitting there, or you're not even there. You see what I mean? The difference between that is, if you're not good enough, you're just not there. But like in other professions, if you're not good enough, sometimes you're still there. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, this is my hot take. I've just met so many people who are like, yeah, I'm a professional at this. And I'm like, okay, I don't know about this, but if you say so. Yeah, not just pros, the best in the world. Yeah, I mean, I always think that the world is so big and not everybody has equal opportunity. So we never know if someone is the best in the world, but definitely one of the best in the world. Like, damn, these people play hard. Training is so important, especially because college is considered basically pro nowadays. From a young age, we are expected to train like pros and juggle school. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't really, like, again, I don't know too much about sports, but I just know that, like, to even, like, get to this level, you must have trained since you were really young. And that's just hard, you know? It's really hard to keep things up for that long. It puts a huge strain on your body too. I just know a lot of my friends who are very sports oriented. They have a lot of like, they're very fit obviously, but they also have a lot of like problems with their body because they just use it so much, you know? So, you know, there's also drawbacks too, but you know, that's the passion. It's just like, it's kind of like the same thing with like me liking singing and music, and my voice is always kind of dead because I just use it way too much. It's the same thing. Few professions are as competitive as sports. In sports like the NBA, there are only 400 spots for the entire world's population to fill. You have 400 of the absolute best and most elite players. That's so cool. At the end of the day, I would just like to think that these people just play for the love of the game, which I believe they do, you know? Otherwise, I think it would be really hard to keep up. It's really cool to see just a bunch of people work really hard because they're super passionate about something. That's no different than, you know, me with music. You know, it's just nice to see that they make it, you know? Yeah, that was so fun. I'm so tired. I think it's kind of getting hot because it's throughout like midday it gets really hot. My lord. What have you guys been up to, by the way? Anything cool happen while I was gone? I feel like a grandma when I ask that. Anything cool happen on your days where I was not able to be around? Not really, just work and World Cup. I got employed. Hey, that's actually really good news. The Digital Circus finale! Oh my god, I forgot. I was thinking of talking about that, but then I started streaming and forgot about everything. I'm graduating on the 30th. Oh, congratulations! Work and training to go overseas. I found a shiny rock. Good for you. The back rooms. Oh, I heard the movie is coming out or something. Things have been bleak. Yeah, I know. Let's hang in there. I know we have different problems. But I'm honestly also on the verge of dying. Like, for real. Like, I can't even joke about, like, dying anymore because it's too real. Sometimes my health gets so bad, I'm like, okay. I don't know. But, I mean, obviously, like, whenever I go to the doctors, they reassure me. So, I'm just being dramatic. So, it's different. I'm trying to get a new part-time job because I need more money. That is so real. I've spent so much money. First of all, nothing is furnished. Nothing. If you need to rent something, I didn't even know that I had this privilege in Canada. Whenever you rent anything in Canada, unless it's just like a super small space, nothing is furnished. I mean, everything is furnished. Like, sometimes they'll even give you a table. But at the very least, there's a fridge, a dishwasher, and a laundry machine. Here, nothing. Nothing. You have to buy everything from scratch. I asked, my colleagues were probably like, every time I met up with like the NIJISANJI EN folks, I'd be like, okay, where did you get your laundry machine? I'd be like, how much is this? How much was that? Where did you get this? And they're like, I can't remember. I got this here and got it for this. People were giving me advice like, oh yeah, if you get this, you get points for this, and then you get this for free. And I was like, that's not good enough, guys. That's not good enough. That's too expensive. And that's not good enough. There's no way. I'm so stubborn. Or I'm just really cheap or something. I don't know. I was like, $1,000? I'm talking about Canadian. I convert everything into Canadian dollars. I was like, $1,300 for a fridge. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I'm getting $1,300 fridge. What the fuck? I was like, nope. I went into these stores and I did not know how serious they were about like, you know, advertising me to buy stuff. Not advertising, but I was like, I'm interested in buying a fridge, you know? And then they'd be like, okay, please sit down. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, I don't know, I'm not used to that. In Canada, I'm like, oh, I'm looking for this. And they'll be like, oh yeah, so you know, this one is this model, this is an older model, this is that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. But here, they're like, oh, you're interested in this? Okay, please sit down. And I'm like, oh, sit down? Oh, okay. I sit down, I wait for like 15 minutes because they need to do something. I don't even know, they have to hype themselves up or something. They come out, they're like, and I was also like, oh, like, you know, I don't really speak like Japanese very well, so they're like, that's okay, we'll get you a translator. I was like, what? Where can I get this service? Like, for literally my whole life. Like, where did you come from? They're like, just come in, they're like, oh, don't worry, I'll get you a translator. So there's a person who speaks English and then a person who speaks Japanese to kind of, I guess, help out. There were two of them. It was very intimidating. I was like, they sat me down and they were like, okay, so I heard that you were interested in buying a fridge. And I was like, yes. It's like, so here are the package deals right now that are going on right now as we speak. And I read them and I'm like, sumimasen, nihongo yomenai n desu kedo. And they're like, daijoubu desu. Eigo ga arimasu. There's like an English version. I was like, okay, cool. I read it and I'm like, what? I still don't understand. Like, what is this? I don't understand. They're like, basically, if you go with this provider, like phone provider, you can get this many points to deduct off of this fridge. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. So this has nothing to do with the fridge anymore. The fridge is like a side character. No, I'm not even joking. It was so serious. I was like sweating. First of all, I'm just there by myself. I don't speak Japanese. I'm just a little girl looking for a fridge that's not $1,000. Then I get sat down and they're like, would you like some water? And I'm like, yes, it's really hot outside, I guess so. And then they're just like, so if you go with this provider, like this phone provider, we can offer you this amount of points today to be used on this fridge. And I was like, but if I use the points on this fridge only costs like 800 Canadian dollars. And that's still a lot of money for me. I don't think they've ever met anyone so cheap. Like, I don't even think I'm cheap. I'm just really basing this off of like the fridges back at home. You know, back at home, a fridge is like unless you're really going for a super fancy one, like a regular fridge is like $300 or less. Like never 800 unless you're looking for that. I was just so confused. I really did not understand that this was like a whole new world. How much was your fridge in the end? Girl, let me finish my story. I'll tell you guys, okay? I'll tell you guys. Like, I'll tell you guys, okay? So, so they're like, so there's two people. There's one guy to translate for me, and there's another guy who I think is like a senpai or something. So there's two of them. So the guy who speaks Japanese, he's speaking so much. There's so much information coming out from his mouth. And the guy who is translating for me says the exact same thing but all in English. But it feels a little shorter, honestly. Sometimes and it's not like I can't completely understand Japanese. So sometimes I do pick up on things and notice that this English translator is not translating. And I was like, okay. Like the Japanese employee guy would be like, please tell this customer that they have around a week and a half before this promotion ends. And if they don't do this within the next blah, 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 like there's a point deduction for starting from like June 21st. Yeah, I was like, what? And then this English guy like translated, and he's like, yeah, so basically if you don't go with this promotion, it's gonna be gone soon. And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't call him out, you know. I was like, I should be thankful that someone's translating, but like, I think you're leaving out a lot of information. Like, I was like, okay, like, I mean, okay, I believe you. Knows enough to understand, but not enough to communicate. Yeah, that's literally where I am. So, basically, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, like, you know, like, I'm kind of like, I can't like do all of this right now because I actually have to go like back to my home country soon. So I don't think I have like the time to like set up like all like, because if you want to set up like a phone thing, first of all I have to make sure that, you know, I just need to do my own research because I still have like a Canadian phone number, so I need to like make sure that something I just want to look over like phone stuff a little bit more like on my own pace. So I kind of just like told them like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm trying to like, I want to take my time like looking for a phone provider because blah blah blah. And they're just like, so we'll tell you the benefits if you go with this phone provider. Number one, you get about something gigabytes of this. I can't remember. I was like, that's normal. They're like, you get this amount of gigabytes for calling and texting. And I'm like, guys, this is like a universal normal amount of gigabytes for calling and texting. Okay. I was like, okay. I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay. They're like, where are you from? And I was like, Canada. I'm from Canada. And they're like, you need to ever call your family back into. They're like, do you have family in Canada? I was like, yes. And they're like, if you ever need to do international calling, there's a plan that gives you free international calling for the first 5 minutes. I was like, for the first 5 minutes? I just called my mom for 5 minutes? That's wow. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of just use like, you know, Wi-Fi for calling because, you know, we just call each other through like WeChat or whatever. And they're just like, well, if data is what you need, unlimited data for this amount of money. And I was like, And that's normal too. Like, this plan sounds very similar to my plan back in Canada. It's very normal. Okay. Why does this sound like a threat? Well, I don't know. It's just the way I'm speaking. They were very nice. I was just like really intimidated. They're just like, they gave me so much pamphlets. They were like, this is the pamphlet for this sort of plan. This is the pamphlet for that sort of plan. And I think halfway they forgot that I don't speak Japanese because they started giving me pamphlets in Japanese. I'm like, I can't read this, man. And they're like, oh, you can use a translator. It's really easy nowadays to use a translator. It's pretty accurate. And I was like, not you telling me to like do work. To like, okay. And then I honestly like we were there for 2 hours. Like we sat there for 2 hours, and it was just 2 hours of like information. And these people got up like 3 times. Like they got up together. I'd be asking them a question like, okay, how does this work? And they'll be like, I was like, what if this is my situation right now? They would both get up and be like, like, please give us a moment. And they like go to the back rooms or something and like discuss. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. They were like taking a toilet break together. Like they were like besties. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is the 3rd time you've gotten up. What is so special about like my question that you need to, like, they had to go to like their manager to ask or something? And I was just like, why does nobody know the answers to this? Like, what has happened? What is so special about my question that you have to go back to this like intimidating conference room like for like 15 minutes? I literally was sitting there for like 15 minutes, like in intervals of like 3. I was like, what is happening? They absolutely gotta sell it to you. Yeah, they were really trying to sell it to me. I was like, guys, I just don't think I could afford a 1,300 fridge right now. I was like, I'm gonna be honest. 今お金足りないんですけど、でもまた今度考えてみます。You know, like I like literally think like I think I sat there for so long my Japanese improved. I'm not even joking. I like learned like 7 words. I was just like, okay, if I use this word and I tell them that I'm not ready, that I'm not looking for like, you know, this sort of refrigerator, maybe they will like leave me alone. I was like, I just want to look around. Like, we didn't even look at fridges. They were just trying to get me to buy one. I was like, I don't even know what kind of fridges you have. I don't care about my phone plan right now. I care about the fridge. That's what I'm here for. I didn't even know I was coming inside to like get a phone plan. I was like, I came here for a different like intention. Yeah, I was literally like, at one point, I was just like, I don't think I need a translator anymore. I think like you've just been saying the same thing over and over. And then they were just like, they're like, okay, so you have to be careful of this because like if you do go with this plan and you don't do this by this time, there will be a fee. And I was like, wait, does this have anything to do with the fridge or is this just like something else? So like after 2 hours, I was just super honest with them. I was just like, guys, I'm really tired. Like, I'm really tired. You were working so hard for like a foreigner who doesn't even speak any Japanese. I really appreciate it. I like translated it and I tried to translate this on my phone so I could say it in the highest form of like keigo. I was like, 本当に申し訳ございませんですけど. You know, I was just like, I'm so supremely sorry. I was just like, I'm really tired. I will take all your information home and like, you know, think about it. There's just a lot of information and I also wanted to like, you know, today I was just interested in looking at fridges and not really thinking about phone plans. So I'll take in all the information you give me and I'll take a look back at home and then come back when I've decided. And they're like, ようやくしましょうか. They were like, let's do it. Should we make a reservation for when you come back? I was like, oh my fucking god. They're like, well, how about next week, Monday? And then his colleague is like, oh, Monday I will not be here. But maybe you can ask this person to translate. I was like, you didn't even ask me if I was free on Monday. I'm not free on Monday. Or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday. I'm never coming back here, man. I was like, you didn't even ask me if I was free. You're just making like a planning schedule amongst yourself. Like, 月曜日、来週月曜日、でも私いないですけど、でも I was like, bitch, I'm not coming back Monday, bitches. Like, please, y'all, you're testing my patience now. Like, what the fuck? I was like, すみませんですけど、I was like, I will come back on my own time, you know? I'll come back on my own time, and if you give me your business cards, like, I swear I was like so big brain. I was like, look, if I take their business cards, they'll believe me a little bit more that I'll come back and look for them. I was like, here, look, if I do come back, I'll try to make you get the commission, okay? But I am not gonna come back on Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna come back when I want to come back, okay? And they were so shocked. They like, I was like, as soon as I said that I was gonna come back on my own terms, they sat there for like 8 whole seconds being super confused. They were like, they sat there, they're like, ちょっと待ってください. And then they like contacted their managers like, oh yeah, this customer seems like the Japanese speaker like had like a radio on him, and he contacted his managers like, お客様は疲れてみたいんです。だから今日は I was like, you really tell your manager that I'm not getting this because I'm tired? Like, really? I was like, okay. Did they start crying? Honestly, they looked like they were about to cry. And honestly, I was already crying, so whatever, I don't care. At that point, I have no empathy. I'm just like, guys, I just wanted to look for a fridge. Like, I wasn't even thinking of buying one. I just wanted to look. I just simply wanted to window shop. The manager was just like, yeah, make sure you give them this. Make sure you tell them that this campaign will be ending literally tomorrow. And I was like, you said it ended in 2 days. Like, yeah, but tomorrow's the last day you can register for it. I was like, what's the difference? Like, what? You're just busy. I think they're giving me a little bit of a decorated, personalized, customized campaign because maybe perhaps they're taking advantage of the fact that I couldn't speak Japanese. But honestly, I could understand a lot more than they think. Which was good on my part because then it shows that maybe it's not a good idea to work with people who want to take advantage of you. But did you even see one fridge? No, I didn't actually. I didn't see one fridge. I got sat down and I didn't even get to see a fridge, which I thought was very interesting. I was like, can I at least look at the fridges? And they're like, oh yes, of course. But first, let me explain to you. And I'm like, okay. So as you can tell, I did not buy a fridge. I just felt like it was too overwhelming, and even if I did want to get one from there, I honestly was a little bit scared off. I think they were really nice. Of course, like, you know, it's their job and they probably wanted the commission. They were nice enough to give me a translator, so it was a little bit easier to understand. But yeah, I think I was just not prepared for that sort of like environment. I didn't know that like if you walked into a store and you were thinking about buying something, it meant that you were gonna buy something. I don't know. For me, it takes me a couple times to kind of like decide whether I want to buy something. So they're selling fridges like we sell cars. No, I'm not even joking. It's exactly the same. Like I totally like that makes so much sense. Like what you said is exactly right. Like in Canada, people sell cars exactly like that. And it was just really shocking to me because I didn't think they would do this for fridges. I don't know, maybe their fridges are like just super duper like high tech or something, but like I was just so shocked. I was not ready to like invest in a fridge. They're like, you can pay in installments. I'm like, that's not the point. But if you pay in installments and you don't pay on time, there's like a interest. I was like, there's an interest on a fee on a fridge. I'm like, oh, guys, are you kidding me? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was like, I'm so confused. I was so shocked. I had to cry to my dad. I was like, Dad, what's happening? Like, oh yeah, you went to those stores. Like, don't go into those stores. They don't tell if you're gonna go into those stores. Just look at the fridges quietly by yourself. Don't tell people that you're gonna buy, that you're thinking of buying something. I'm like, okay. It was so funny. Yeah, it was a huge culture shock, and it was really shocking for me because, like, you know, I've lived in Japan before, like, but I guess I never lived so independently. And now I have seen how much my parents have shielded me and my friends who do live here. They shield me constantly. I have no idea that this was like a thing. I think a lot of the times people do go in and they're like, oh, it is a really good fridge, and you know what, like, I don't even know where else to buy this fridge, so I think I'm just gonna buy it. But for me, I'm really stubborn. Well, especially now because I have to really put a lot of money into my medical funds. So for me, it is a really big deal whether I spend on something that's $1,000 more. Like it's a really big deal for me. So no matter how tired and confused I was like, I'm not gonna be buying this fridge today. I didn't get to see one fridge. I don't know what the fridge does. I'm just looking for a normal one, and I'm gonna try to look for one that's a little bit more in budget for me. So the good part of the story is that the next day I went to I researched a little bit, and I looked for, you know, I didn't buy, but I was just like looking. I saw that there's like these places where they sell secondhand stuff, and they test it out too, so it's not like you're buying something faulty. And so I went to check out the store. It was really chill. It was a little bit outside of like, it was kind of far. It's like kind of in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, there were actually so many laundry machines and fridges that were a little bit more affordable. I found a fridge that was like 400 bucks Canadian, a little bit over 400 bucks, but it was just as good. It holds like 400 liters of things, and yeah, it was like pretty much brand new. They were like, there's just like one dent or something, and I was like, this is so much more affordable. And so I decided to just get that one. Did they clean secondhand? Yeah, it was very clean. I made sure I opened it and I did a smell test. I asked them what the damage was, and nothing functional. The damage wasn't anything functional, and it was just like some dents on the side, but you could barely see it, especially if you plan on putting it against like a wall, sort of. And I was like, yeah, this is the one, 400 bucks. Yeah, it's like I have a new fridge now. It's really good, actually. It holds so much things. There's a lot of like compartments, and I was like, this is a really reasonable price. What color is it? I think it's kind of like almost like a sort of almost like a rose pink. It's not really pink. It's like that like rose tint-ish metal look. Yeah, it's really cute. I didn't even care about the color. It worked. I think there was a god that was like, poor girl, just want to buy a fridge. Here you go. Yeah, I was like, whoa, this fridge is perfect. It's like pretty much brand new, affordable, and it's cute. And it's not super duper big, so like, you know, that's good. I like things that are smaller. But it looks small, but it fits a lot of stuff. It was like 450 liters of stuff. I was like, well, that's plenty. Yeah, I was just like, this is perfect. And nobody bothered me, you know? They were just like, oh, you want this? Okay. That's it. I'm so happy about my fridge. I'm not even joking. It was so stressful, and then I felt like I went through like a war just to get like, just to in the end find like a really good fridge. Like, it's actually so perfect. I'm really happy about like toughening out and being really stubborn, because I think I just saved myself like an additional like $700. Like, that's a big deal for me. Do you prefer your freezer being on the top or bottom? I literally give no shits. As long as the freezer, or as long as the fridge is clean and it works, I really don't care what color it is. I just wanted a good fridge and can fit like a decent amount of food. I was just like, that's all I need. I'm not even that picky about it. The only thing I was really picky about was the pricing. But only because like the ones that I saw like that were being advertised to me were like literally all $1,000 and up, and it was just way too out of my budget. I already spent so much like moving and you know, like paying rent, and then like, you know, there's other fees and stuff like that. I was like, I'm not about to put down 1,000 for like a fridge. It's just too much. Like, I need to work a little bit harder to like look for something more affordable. But yeah, I guess the downside to that is you need to take more time. I didn't have a fridge for like like 2-3 weeks. I did get it cooler though, so that I could put stuff in there. It was really like difficult, but it worked out in the end, and I'm happy about it. I did get a secondhand laundry machine. That did not work out as well. Probably because I got it from like I just got it from like a used, you know, like Facebook Marketplace, like something like that, like very similar. I forgot what the site's name is. But yeah, yeah, the laundry machine was not as good. Like, I got it and it worked, but actually it was really dirty. It was so dirty. Like, it was a ridiculous amount of dirt, and I contacted the person who, like, sold it to me, and I was like, this laundry machine looks like it has not been cleaned for 10 years. And they're like, oh yeah, it's not mine, it's my parents. I was like, I don't care. Like, I was like, can you give me a further discount? This is like disgusting. I opened one compartment of the laundry machine and there are like just like a bunch of fruit flies. I'm not even joking. It was like some Silent Hill shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? There's like a bunch of fruit flies. I was like, this is disgusting. I took a picture of this and I sent it to the guy who sold it me. I was like, I don't know, man. I think you owe me like, you know, I think you should give me like at least like $100 for this. Like, this is disgusting. That's nasty. And then like that's not even all. Like, I opened another compartment. It's just like a bunch of lint, hair, dust, and I hadn't even used it yet. I like, good thing I double checked. I like opened it and I was like, yeah, this is nasty. I can't. This is, I don't even know. I don't even want to put my clothes in. It was actually so nasty. I cleaned it. And everything seemed like it should be clean. So I did do a test run on some like, you know, like hand towels and stuff. Unfortunately, when it came out, it smelled really weird. It did not smell like mold, but it smelled kind of sussy. I just didn't really know what else to clean, so I ended up like hiring some professional cleaner to like take the laundry machine apart to like figure out why it was doing that. And the guy came in, he's like, wow, this is already really clean though. I was like, that's because I cleaned it. I showed him the pictures. He was like, oh yeah, I hope you got a partial refund. I was like, yeah, I did. It was disgusting. So the guy like took apart like the washing machine and you know, and cleaned like the parts where you can't clean just by like, you know, like you need to be a professional to do this because like if I took it apart I wouldn't really know how to put it back on. Like it was kind of complicated. And he did like a really deep clean. And now the washer is fine actually. It works very well. And I got like a partial refund for it because it was so dirty, so I ended up getting it for like $500, which is really good actually. Like, it was already secondhand, but because it was dirty, I asked for a refund, and then it became like $500. Although I did have to pay like $200 for like the cleaners, so I guess it goes back up to like $700. But you know what? It's fine. Like, it's a really good washer. It's like a 2-in-1, and like, you know, that's the gamble with used stuff. Yeah, it is. I mean, I got a really good gamble on the fridge, and not so good on the laundry machine, but I think everything worked out. The only thing is they just took so much time. That's why it took so much time. Like, I didn't simply just buy something. It was just harder to get stuff, you know. I'm just too stubborn. I'm sorry, guys. That's why I haven't been streaming. It's just been like trying to really set up my home. But I'm happy I got to save some money. Yeah. So those were kind of like the home adventures. I really recommend that if you guys ever think of moving, to really use like to buy like secondhand stuff, especially if you like have the energy to kind of research about it. Like, obviously there's always a risk, but for the most part, like, if you research well, secondhand stuff is really good. Like, they sell for much cheap, and especially if you buy, like, what I recommend is buying from a store that sells secondhand stuff, because they usually give warranty and they test it too, so you have their sort of like reassurance. And they usually, like, I don't know, maybe it's just Japan and they do things properly, but at least like in the store, secondhand stuff is pretty clean. And then you can always clean it yourself too. I think like spending a little bit of time cleaning it yourself is a good idea. The laundry one I got from online, so of course I didn't get to inspect it first. So that was my mistake. So that's why I recommend getting secondhand stuff mostly from like stores, so then you can actually see it. But yeah, like, secondhand stuff is great. I think like it's always nice to get something new and, You know, it just feels like, you know, it's yours and no one's touched it. It's not dirty. But you are paying, like, a lot of money for it. And if you prefer that, then, you know, of course, that's your choice. But, I think, like, you know, using something that someone's used before and it's pretty much brand new, like, function-wise, is a really good, like, compromise for people who want to save. And I think, like, there's some sort of, like, I don't know, I kind of feel better about it too, because it's just like, oh, you know, somebody's passing on something they don't need anymore, and I'm giving it a new home. It kind of feels like adoption, you know? But maybe not the same way, but yeah. It depends on the country. Japan has a good rep for secondhand goods. That is true. I have to say, like, I do trust Japan's secondhand goods a little bit more than Canada, just because, like, people here really take care of things. But of course, like, you know, it also just comes down to, like, a little bit of intuition. Like, I didn't get a really good washer in the beginning from the guy who sold it, because I also assumed that you kept it clean, but he really didn't, and it was actually, like, the dirtiest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, you know, I think you need a little bit of, like, intuition and stuff just to kind of feel it out. But I do still recommend secondhand stuff. I think it saves a lot of money. So, yeah, and you're also kind of, like, you know, not feeding into the consumerism as much, hopefully. I don't trust buying secondhand in America. There has to be at least, like, one store that's good. That's what, like, there's always one store where people actually, and it shows, like, you can tell that they care about the things that they sell. So, there has to be always one. But even in Canada, even though, like, most places are kind of shitty, like, there's always at least one or two places where I'm like, yeah, it's not fun. This is fine. Yeah, and it's really fun. I love looking at secondhand stuff, because then you don't really know what you're gonna get. You're kind of like, whoa. There's, like, some antique stores that I went to too. Like, sometimes when I get stressed, I just kind of, like, look at, like, I'm not even buying, I'm just window shopping. Just looking at, like, you know, secondhand stores for, like, home decorations. I'm just like, this looks so cool. Maybe I could get this. Maybe I can get this. Or, like, ooh, I got, like, a chair. I got, like, a really nice, like, armchair. I don't even, like, I've never had an armchair before, but it looked so comfy. And I sat on it, and I, like, you know, it's made out of, like, oh, I'm sitting on it right now. It's made out of, like, real wood. The wood has a really nice, like, it's polished really nicely, and it's, like, this brand has been, like, alive for, like, hundreds of years. And it doesn't look, like, it looks a little worn out, but it looks really, like, nicely worn out. Like, it just looks like it's been around for a long time, but the quality is, like, amazing. And I'm sitting on it right now. It's really comfy, and I only got it for, like, $120. That's for an armchair. It's not a regular chair. $120 for a really good quality armchair. Damn. Like, I'm so happy. I'm, like, in my thrifting arc or something by accident. Yeah, it's been really well loved. I also, you know, cleaned, like, the sofa part of it just in case, and it wasn't even, like, that dirty. It was not really that bad. I mean, after cleaning the laundry machine, everything is much better. Yeah, furniture shopping is a lot of fun, but I have to say, like, oh, it's really stressful. Like, it's just stressful because I have a time limit. So, that part was not fun. Guys, I gotta pee. I'll be back. I gotta pee in my new toilet. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Katie Mama! Hello, watashi ima nihon ni imasu yo. Totemo atsui desu. So atsui, guys. So hot. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Hope you guys like my adult adventures. Sometimes I get so overwhelmed I start crying because I'm like I don't want to do it anymore. There's so much to pay for. I'll never own a house. Cries. My dreams falling apart one by one with each furniture. Did you get a better monitor? No, I think I think a lot of other things are in priority first. I think it's more important to get like, you know, like a table and stuff before a monitor and chairs. Is there AC installed in the room? Not this one, not my room. So it's really hot. I do have a fan though. I bought a fan. Almost none of us will own a house. I know, that really sucks, you know? Like, you know, back then, our parents were always like, yeah, when you get older, you can get a house. And then little did they know that they were the last generation where they could actually afford a house. That's crazy. Because none of us can afford a house now. It's not even our fault. Even if you make a lot of money, you can't afford a house. You can only afford one if you make, like, too much money. And that never happens. Because if you make too much money, it's because you're probably doing something shady. Like, seriously. Like, what the fuck? Oh my goodness, the world is going to die. Yeah, but you know what? Like, now that I've settled a little bit, I feel a lot better. I'm really happy about the appliances. I have to say, like, shout out to one of my friends who honestly helped me research so much. Like, they helped me, you know, look for things and research and help me with their expertise. I have a lot of friends who, like, I don't know, they're just really smart people. I don't know how to explain it. They just always know what to do, and I just always go to them. I'm like, help. And they're like, okay. Houses even cost more once you have them. You need maintenance or they fall apart. Yeah, I know. It's just like, I guess they all, like, you know, we probably all grow up with, like, parents who tell us, like, it's always good to own something. Property is yours and yours forever. But now we're starting to realize that that's not the case, and it kind of sucks. You know, they sell us this, utopia. They sell us this utopia, and then we grow up and we're like, what is this dystopian? What was the final push to make you move to Japan? Final push? I mean, I've always wanted to move. I just, you know, I actually even started doing everything last year, but I had my health complications, so it delayed it by like a whole year. I mean, I always wanted to move here just because, like, first of all, for me, I know that I'm always probably gonna be going either to Japan or Canada. Like, my mom is in Canada, my dad's in Japan. You know, I just can't be apart from them for too long. It's either I go back and forth, where I live here for a couple years and then live there for a couple years. That's always just been my life. So for me, moving to Japan itself wasn't really a big decision. I always felt like I was gonna be here for a little while and then probably go back, or like blah blah blah. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have that feeling where some people are like, I've decided to move to Japan. For me, I just kind of grew up both places, and, you know, my family is here and there, and so I just want to make time see them most of the time. And if I can work here, that's awesome. I think that I'm very lucky in that aspect. I do not recommend buying an Inaka house. I don't think I will be doing that anyways, because I'm a city girl. I'm so used to being in the city. I don't know if I can live in the rural. Maybe when I get older, if I have a family or something, sure. Like, right now, I'm still a city girl. Yeah. Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of like adult stuff, but not the fun one. Oh, okay, sorry, I keep forgetting. I wanted to talk about Digital Circus. So, a couple weeks ago, I think last month, we did watch Digital Circus, the Amazing Digital Circus episodes 1 to 8. Half of them were in memberships and the other half were public. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. So, actually, the final episode was going to be in theaters first, and then they were gonna like put it out on YouTube for free. And congratulations, because that's pretty cool. Like, you know, an indie studio putting their works on the big screen, I think is always a feat. It's always a success in my eyes. I think that's incredibly cool. And originally I couldn't get tickets to the movies, but my friend entered a lottery and got 2 tickets. And one of the friends that was supposed to go couldn't make it because they were sick. I say it as if I made them sick. Yeah, it was a huge coincidence. And then my friend was like, hey, I remember that you talked about Digital Circus. Do you like it enough to go to the movies and see it with me? And I was like, oh, girl. I was like, girl, I tried to get those tickets and I didn't win. And there's no way. And I was like, oh my god, I got to see it in the theaters. Yeah! It was so cool! It was playing in Japan too. Yeah, it did. I was so happy. That was such a nice surprise. I saw it in the theaters. And they like, you know, it's Japan, so they always have like the big ass standees. I was like, I took pictures and I was like so happy. And they're like, do you want to take a picture with the standees? And I was like, yes. And then my eyes were like half open and I was like, no. I was like so happy that like I blinked, and unfortunately those are all the photos I have. And then they had like merch that you could order, and I was like, oh! So I ordered some merch, even though honestly I was trying to save money, but I was like, I could just get like one thing, just one thing, you know, just have a little treat for myself. I'm working hard to establish a life independently. I got like a Pomni little plushie thingy. It's like a really tiny plushie. And my friend was like, who's your favorite character? I was like, I like Kinger. And they're like, who's your least favorite character? I was like, Jax. And then like a couple weeks later, I get like something in the mail, and it was like ordered. I think it was ordered by my friend, and then it was sent to me. It was like a Jax figurine. I was like, whatever. Okay. So now I just have like this Jax figurine, like of him in a maid costume, and I'm like, okay, alright, thank you very much. I know, I was like, okay, I have it actually. It's like right here. Actually, the good thing is, like, I was trying to make my setup purple, and you know, Jax happens to be purple. That works out, you know, aesthetically at least. I was trying to make like I was walking around. I was trying to make like my desk and everything like have purple stuff, because you know, like Enna and you guys are purple. So at the very least, like at least Jax is purple too. So I was like, okay, I don't really like you, but whatever. Did your impression of Jack change after seeing the last act? Yeah, so the thing is like in the movies, like my friend understands Japanese, but I don't. It's like, oh, by the way, this isn't Japanese. This is the Japanese dub. So, and I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. Are there subtitles? And they're like, nope. So I watched it in Japanese, and I was like, what did they say? I was like, like, watashi konna sugata ga, and I was like, oh yeah, I understand what that means. And then they're like, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? And then like half the time I'm trying to decipher like what they're saying. I think I got it pretty much. So watch along. Oh yeah, probably. But I did like watch. Actually, I didn't actually watch the English one yet, but I did like, you know, Reddit it, and I was like, this is what happened. So yeah, I watched it in Japanese. Actually, the voice acting in Japanese was really, really good. Also, like the voice actors and actresses came out randomly. They were like, oh, this is the final act, isn't it? And I was like, who are these people? And then my friend was like, oh, I forgot to tell you that this is a Japanese dub and these are the voice actresses and actors. And I was like, what? And they're just like on stage and being like, thank you so much everybody for coming to this last episode. We've been trying to hide this for months. We've worked together for months, and now that it's finally coming to an end, it's actually quite bittersweet. And I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? I know, I was just like, this is a stage greeting. I didn't even know. I'm so lucky. Your friend kept giving you surprises. Well, I mean, like, I think she just kind of forgot to mention. She was like, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that. And I was like, oh, girl, okay. It was really cool. Yeah, I saw the JP voice actors, and they took a photo, and I was like, uh-oh. And so I was like, I used like a thing to block my face. And my friend was like, why are you blocking your face? I was like, because I'm famous. And she's like, okay. I think that's why she sent me the Jax thing. I was like, okay, maybe I was just joking, girl. Like, come on. Anyways, it was so cool. I understood like 2/3 of it. There were like some places that were really complicated. I haven't actually fully watched it in English. Maybe we can do that when I have more time. Maybe in memberships. It'll be really cool. I think it'll be really cool. Can I see like a raise of hands? How many of you guys have actually watched the last episode? Because if you guys haven't really, because if the majority of you guys haven't watched it, then I don't really want to like spoil it. It is out on YouTube for free now, so just letting you guys know. I saw it yesterday. Oh, okay. Only watched half of it so far. I think you guys should watch it regardless, because like I did wanted to watch the last episode with you guys in memberships, but it won't be for a while. It'll probably be like mid-July, like earliest. So I do recommend you guys watch it on your own, and then maybe we can just watch it again together. But yeah, what do you guys think? A lot of people said that they didn't like the last episode, but I don't know, for me it's really hard to really not enjoy something. I think obviously there were some like plot holes, but you know, for the most part I thought it was really cool. Saw it in theaters. Oh, congrats! Just binged the whole thing yesterday. I just want to know what you thought. Okay, so like, I guess, spoiler alert for those who haven't watched it, please cover your ears or like, you know, just leave for like a couple minutes. But like, well, I started realizing like maybe halfway through this series that like it was really focused on Jax. And that's okay. The only problem was that the other characters were just that much more interesting to me. Like I want to know what happened to Gango or who Zuba was, and we do ultimately find out who they are in real life, but we don't really get like an in-depth lore compared to like Jax. I think obviously the last episode revealed more to people about Jax himself. For me, he's not really somebody that I super duper like, but as a character, he's obviously interesting. I saw a lot of people on Twitter and like on Reddit talk about this last episode, and a lot of people were like, Jax was just an asshole. And then other people were like, Jax was always trying, blah blah blah. And some people were like, Ragatha was right. She was just worried that Jax would make someone feel bad and abstract. And honestly, I feel like all these opinions are valid to some degree, but also just like, I feel like maybe the point was kind of missing. Like, I think the point is that these characters are just so complex. And, you know, I think we're used to getting like some sort of good ending. Like, no, we probably didn't think like Jax was actually gonna like abstract. And if he did, it would be really dramatic. But for the last episode when he abstracted, it just happened in like a millisecond transition. It was just like, oh, he abstracted. So it was very like anticlimactic in that part. And then they kind of go into, you know, his point of view and everything, and it was actually pretty interesting. I quite liked the fact that it was his point of view, because Like, first of all, the animation was really cool. And we kind of get to see like so many people were kind of trying to find like this. They were kind of waiting for this redeeming part of Jax. And the part that makes me like him more wasn't because he actually got a redemption, it's because he didn't. I think that was really cool because usually we get these characters who are like assholes and then by the end they like redeem themselves and then it just proves to everyone that like, yeah, see, like they're the best character because they had to go through like so much and now they're like a good person. Well, the thing with Jax is he didn't really improve. Like, we see that when he was talking to his old friends who abstracted, he was kind of like a little bit more vulnerable, but he pushed them away just as much. Like, you know, I thought like at one point like it would be a cliche thing where like, you know, he was opening up to someone and then that person would be like, no, don't open up to me, you know, like betray them in some way, but that actually didn't happen. All these other characters were always like, it's okay, you can open up, don't worry. And then he did open up, but then he like closed up really quickly again and he was just like, I was just joking. You actually believe what I told you, you know? So he actually was the problem. Like, he was actually always the problem. And unfortunately, even at the end, he knows it. And that's the part that makes me like him more because, like, it's really unrealistic to always have these people and characters have a problem and it always has to stem from something else or, you know, sometimes we just have to admit that they are just a problem. Like, you're making your own problem. And that's the thing, like, I think that was very realistic because that is very much so like a lot of people in this world. Like, people go around being like, I grew up from this and that, and I was like traumatized from this and that, and it's all valid, you know, it all affects us. You know, a lot of us, like even myself, I went through so much. I'm so traumatized. My therapists all call me like, you're a warrior, you're a survivor. Like, it makes me feel really pathetic and embarrassed, you know, and that's not really nice to say to myself, but it just makes me feel like that because, you know, I don't go through things so that people can tell me that I'm like a survivor. I don't want to go through these things. I just did. And like, you know, a lot of people who do go through these things, they ultimately, unfortunately, end up, you know, being just as hurtful. And I feel like that was Jax. Which is why I didn't really like him, because it's one thing to go through something, but it's also another thing to be, like, harmful to other people and to yourself. And the part that made me like him was that he at the end admitted it. He was like, yeah, I did this to myself. Now I'm gonna abstract, and it's too late, you know? And that part really made me feel sympathy for him for the first time. Because I was like, oh, okay, you know that, you know, you've been the one kind of, like, hurting not only other people but yourself, and now you brought yourself to this like inevitable end where you're not gonna be the same anymore, even though there's people who, like Pomni, who want to like be your friend and like want you to be like, you know, be with them in this world. And that was really sad, but it doesn't erase the fact that I do believe that, you know, he's still not a very, I don't want to say a bad person, but he was not very good to people. Like, he was constantly a bully. And I don't really like to glorify that sort of thing, you know? I know it's just a story and there's characters, but like, the same people who tend to glorify these characters tend to put themselves in a position where they can't recognize when other people, like people in real life, are bullies and stuff like that. And that's the concerning part. Like, if you can segregate like real story, like in real life, and then stories from like, you know, made up stories, then that's fine. But, you know, unfortunately, a lot of times when we glorify characters like that and we're like, oh, you know, he went through a lot and this is why he acts this way, like, it just, you know, it doesn't help you if you can't recognize that that's not how it works in real life. Like, when people hurt you, it hurts, and no matter how much things they go through, it doesn't take that away. Like, they're still causing damage, and that's just not nice. That's not cool. So yeah, Jax is still my least favorite character, but I think he is much better than I thought previously, just because he understood like his consequences a little bit. And it was really sad. Like, of course I don't want him to abstract, and there was a part of me that really wanted him to unabstract, But they didn't make that happen, and I think that was good because, you know, we barely ever see media portray like characters being toxic to people and then getting consequences from it, because there are consequences, like, and it's not even just consequences like as a form of punishment, but it's those characters that harm others and harm themselves. Like, that's what happens when you harm yourself, you know? You do not end up in a good place. So I think we tend to forget that when we like read stories and watch movies and all these things, and it's really cool. Like, these characters are so complex and cool, and we want to feel for them, and that's great. But then we forget that, like, when you're hurting people, you're also hurting yourself, and you're isolating yourself. And when you isolate yourself and you don't ask for help, and when people can't help you even if they want to, this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, like, I think the end for Jax made a lot of sense to me, although it was really sad, and of course I don't want him to like be away from his friends, or like Pomni at least. Ultimately, I think that ending made a lot of sense. I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, this whole time you could have had a redemption, but like you didn't. And actually, I'm kind of glad that he didn't, because like it was kind of refreshing in that sense. I was like, it's sad, but you know, he kind of understood that you know, he wasn't very good to everyone. Yeah. So I love the way that it's portrayed with Pomni having some sort of abstraction after trying to connect with Jax's abstraction, because sometimes you just inherit the pain from people close to you. Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, Pomni herself didn't have much character, but because she was always supporting other people, she had a little bit more character in that sense. Like, she's the only character who would, like, in this story, who would like go out of her way to almost be abstracted herself, or like get like glitched because her friend was like abstracting. Like, she didn't think twice about it, so that's really cool of her. But the thing is like, in real life we don't always bump into these people, and the person that helps you the most is yourself. So like, you know, it doesn't do any good if you push people away, if you blame everyone for everything, and you think that you have nothing to do with anything, but because it's not true. And when you do that to yourself, you just put yourself in a position where you're just unable to be happy. And that's what I think Jax's story was about, you know, like, and I'm kind of glad they showed it, but unfortunately I think people might not still understand the story, you know, like, sometimes they look at Jax like, oh no, poor him, blah blah blah, and I do feel bad for him, but like, guys, he was not nice. He was not nice to even himself, you know? Even when he was like crying and he looked at himself in the mirror, he's just like, why are you crying, you know? And that's really hard to see, because we all do that to ourselves to a certain degree. But if you do that too much, like, you know, you're just being super mean to yourself. It's really hard to see. I wish they showed a bit more of the others' character stories. Yeah, me too. I was like really interested in like Gangle and Zubul and Ragatha. Like, I really wanted to see, cause they had so much potential and stuff like that. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would make like side stories of these characters, which I think would be really cool, and it would be so good for monetization, you know? That's a good idea. I like how she said, I can fix you, and showed that no, you can't make other people fix themselves. I mean, you know, it's not really about fixing, right? Like, I think there's always a fixation. There's always a fixation on fixing people. It's not about fixing people. It's about, like, taking the steps to, you know, if you always have this like fixation of like, oh yeah, I have to be better, I have to be this, like, you're not gonna get anywhere. I think it's more about like bringing yourself to a place where you're more comfortable and happy. That's it. That's about it, you know? If being happy means that, you know, you, I don't know, take the time to drink a cup of coffee every morning, that's a step towards the right direction. And also, like, for me, for example, I have not a lot, but I have some similar traits to Jax that I kind of see, like, you know, insulting yourself, or like making a joke to kind of cover up invulnerability, like stuff like that. Like, he does it much more extremely, but I can see that. like relatability. And it's really hard to see because like he's not nice to himself either, just like how I'm not really nice to myself sometimes. And I think like sometimes when we've kind of gotten into this habit of just like you don't even think about it. You don't even think like, oh, that's mean. You just make it into a habit. So you see yourself, you're like, what the fuck, you look like that? You don't even think twice. This is just the habit that you've made. And sometimes like undoing those habits is really difficult. So like, yeah, I give him a lot of sympathy, but Jax is I feel like Jax would be me if I wasn't as like if I didn't like really self-reflect. You haven't made self-deprecation jokes as much as your earlier years. Very visible change. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a point where you kind of need to grow up, Like, if I'm always making self-deprecation jokes, what are you guys gonna learn from that? Like, I don't want the people who are younger that watches me. There's a lot of young, predominantly Asian girls in my chat that have told me that they look up to me, and I just don't feel as comfortable anymore, like, making self-deprecating jokes to the point where it sounds like I truly hate myself, because I don't want that to be something that those girls carry into their adulthood or into their later adult lives. I think it's really important that, it's important that you guys grow and for me to grow as well. Like, I think like streaming is really fun. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really take this whole thing seriously before, because like, what the fuck is a VTuber? Like, it just looks like anime PNGs moving. But now I take it more seriously. I think it's a great way for me to connect to you guys. And if I'm always gonna be connecting with you guys, at the very least, I want to be a decent role model. I'm not the best role model, and I don't have a good history of it, I guess. But most of it comes from like, black and white opinions. And a lot of them are kind of made up too. So, at the very least, from what I have now, I just want to make sure that, we're growing together, and that one day when we split off, we can take a little bit of me into your life and be like, oh yeah, maybe I should be nicer to myself, because it just makes my life so much easier. So like, that's why I think like having a character like Jax have a bad end for himself makes sense. I was like, yeah, no, stop being mean to yourself and other people. People want to be your friend. People want to save you. Take their help, dumbass. Like, that's so funny. Oh my lord. But I think like the last episode was fine. The only part I didn't understand was why did Kane come back. But I guess Kane is like AI, so that makes sense. I mean, like, Kane was like, but like, he was so empathetic that I was like, are you still AI, or like, what's happening? So that part was a little bit like confusing for me. Like, I think I need to rewatch it to kind of maybe understand it more. Like, he was so empathetic. He was like, I'm sorry, I blah blah blah, and I was like, here's everybody's real lives. And I was just like, are you still AI? I think you should wait until you watch it in English and actually understand what they're saying. That's true. I mean, I did like look it up and stuff afterwards. I like at least know the story, but I still think it doesn't make sense that he was so empathetic. But maybe that's just like my view on AI. I just think about robots. I think the fact that everybody accepted him back so fast was kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, like, he was so manipulative, but then I guess like honestly there's just if they're just all stuck in this world for the rest of their lives, I guess there's no other choice but to accept him. But yeah, I agree, like, it was a little fast. I think the coolest part of the last episode was that they revealed their real life selves. Like, they were like, yeah, so Pomni, you're this person. Gaggle, you're an artist who got into an accident, or I don't know if it was actually an accident, or maybe it was like some sort of like self-harm thingy. Dubal, you opened this like space for like anybody to just be comfortable. And I was like, yes, this is the lore I was looking for, but it wasn't long enough. I was like, they're like, Ragatha, you're a pony girl. I was like, oh my god, Ragatha is a pony girl? What? I'm like, yeah, I saw like I mean, they had like real actors represent each character, I guess. And it was like them in real life. And yeah, I guess like in the end, it was kind of similar to Severance, except that they were just stuck there forever. So they couldn't leave because like you basically just get deleted. You don't go back to like your in real life selves. Like they just split off. So they just have like a virtual self. And oh yeah, kind of like Soma, true. Yeah, it's more like Soma than Severance. Yeah, it was definitely like really sad. This concept that people came up with in stories where like you split off and then the other self is suffering and you are like living happily is really scary to me. I mean, I just can't, like some people can be like that, I guess. Like I remember asking the chat, I was like, would you guys do this? And you were like, yeah, of course. My other self just does all the work for me. That's so sociopathic to me because I'm like, if like I already know what it feels like to suffer so much, but if I had to like split off and put all the suffering and no like happy moments on one part of me and that part like lives on only suffering, that's really mean. I'm like, I can't do that. The only reason why I'm still sane is because of those like really small happy moments, you know? So like taking that away is just so weird to me. I think that's so scary. I would never want that to happen to anyone. Like anyone. I think that's just so not good. I feel like that devalues your happiness too. Yeah, of course. Like, you want to always be like having a good time? That doesn't exist either. You only have a really good time when you know what it feels like to suffer. Otherwise, you're kind of just like neutral all the time, you know? If you're really sad and then something good really happens, you're like especially happy and grateful because it's like, oh, salvation! So it comes hand in hand. It's like those babies that go to the wrong parent by mistake, super rich and super poor. Yeah, there used to be a lot of stories like that. True. Yeah, but all in all, I think the last episode was fine. My friend did not enjoy it. Oh my god, my friend that got me into the digital circus, like I called her and she was so mad. She was like, I can't believe this last episode was terrible. It just ruined the whole thing. And I was like, really? I thought it was fine. They were so upset. They were just like, ugh, like really? Just nothing made sense. Like, what is this? Like, I was like, wow, you really feel strongly about this. Yeah, they're like, this story just ruined the whole thing. Honestly, I just don't enjoy it anymore. Oh, she's so mean. I know, a lot of people are like that. It's so funny. Like, I think that's fine. I think it's funny. I was like, I enjoyed it. I think it was cool. I was like, yeah, I just bought like one thing to support the studio and because I think it was cool that they had it in the theaters. But yeah, the story just wasn't it. The ending was just not good. And I was like, I don't know that. And the ending was fine, you know, like it's fine. I get her though. I feel like a lot of headcanon ruined the show for people. Well, that's why you don't read it. Like, you know, if you go on Twitter and you read these things and you're like, I think this, and you're gonna be upset, then yeah, that's probably why. You're gonna be upset not because these people had opinions that you didn't like, but it's because you read these opinions that you didn't like. So you can be half upset at them, but then you have to be upset at yourself because you read it. You know? I can't be looking for these things and then being upset and then being like, I hate people. It's like, you read it. You cannot read it. I don't read these things. I'm like, I have my own opinions. And if I do read these things, it's because I want to know what the majority of people think. And I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. I get it. It's like when people... It's like if I went to like a Tumblr forum and purposely knew that they were gonna talk about how much they hated Uchiha Itachi. You know, of course that will upset me. I love Itachi. And then these motherfuckers are like... I'm like, guys, he killed an entire village. Like, hello? I'm like, hello, this is an anime. What the fuck do you expect? You know? It's like that. Damn dirty Uchihas. Yo, man. Don't do that in my chat. I freaking love the Uchihas. I feel bad for Glitch because the community kind of went toxic at the end and she just separated herself. Yeah, well, you know, I think that's not uncommon nowadays. I mean, especially nowadays. I mean, the internet is at its peak, like, more than ever. And I don't even think it really matters what the community is. Like, it could be about VTubers. I could be, like, about, like, you know, like a movie or, like, anything. Like, this, it's always gonna result in something very similar. Like, if something's just popular enough, like, people are just gonna hate it. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. Like, I kind of wish it would be different, but that's just kind of how it is. Fans get toxic at the creator if things don't go the way they like. Yeah, that's unfortunate, and it really sucks because, like, you know, it just shows that, like, we are going into a generation where people kind of forget that, like, you know, more than, like, you know, it's okay to dislike a story, that's totally fine, but I think, like, when you feel so strongly about it that you feel like you need to, like, hurt people, it comes from a place of not knowing that making these sort of things in the first place is really hard. And we're kind of like we've kind of already entered a generation where people just have so much time on their hands, they don't know what to do with it. And I'm like being super duper serious. Like, if you have so much time on your hands, you will be miserable. Like, you will be doing these things where you'll be like going into something and being like, yeah, this could be better, yeah, this. But, like, you know, if you have ever worked hard and put your time into something that was hard to work on, you will understand and see things differently. Because it's not until that you've tried to create something on your own where you start to understand that, like, oh, okay, maybe this story didn't turn out as good as it could have been, but the fact that, like, you know, like a small group of people animated this, put it up for free, and it got really popular to the point where it got into, like, theaters, like, that is something that I would have taken out from it. I was like, if I ever aspired to be like some animation film person, like, I would look to Digital Circus and be like, this is so crazy that they can do that, and if they can do that, then I could maybe possibly do that too. Instead of focusing on like, oh, fuck this story, you should have written it like this. No, well, if you think that way and you really feel strongly about it, then make something so that you know, you kind of, like, you know, you can prove to other people that people won't say that about your story, you know? So, like, these sort of things are meant to kind of, like, inspire other people to make something quote-unquote better, or just, like, make something, you know? Like, after seeing Digital Circus, I had so many ideas to be like, oh, 3D animation, like kind of made like this looks really good. Maybe I can incorporate it into like shorts, or like maybe try to make a game that looks similar or something. Like, there's so much you can take from like something that you might have enjoyed and didn't enjoy towards the end, but you have to remember the core of it. Like, it's so cool that these people like made a pretty decent story, made it for free, and then got into the theaters. Like, and if you still are unhappy with that, then I think the bigger issue is that what are you doing with your energy? What are you doing with your time? Are you making anything? Are you that miserable that you can't, you know, see any sort of good in things that you once liked, you know? So, also, I'm not calling out my friend. My friend obviously was like kind of like half joking with me with all that stuff, but I just thought it was funny that she was like really upset at the last episode. But, you know, ultimately, even my friend, like, was inspired by Digital Circus to, like, do something creative after, you know? So, I think, you know, and of course, like, there's also the other side, like, you know, if you know that you're gonna be upset reading something that you don't agree with, don't read it. Or you can be upset. That's just how it is. And I'm saying this because I have, like, experience. Like, I've read things that made me upset, and I'm just like, I'm upset. And then I've had friends be like, well, you read it. And I'm like, yeah. Sadly, you can't help those people. No, I think you can. I think actually a lot of these people who do have these very strong opinions are kids. And because they're like on the younger side, I do think they will grow up. I just think that we just don't have to think that it's the majority. To me, I still think the majority of people think similar to what I just said. I think the majority of people are fine with the ending or like of most movies and films and media. I think it's just usually like younger people are louder and they're like, I don't like this. They should have written it like this. If I were the creator, I would have like. It's like, well, then make something. Make something so then when you say that something could be better, it has more credibility. You know? Like, so many of my friends are creative artists or like producers and stuff. So when they tell me they don't like something, I actually take in their opinion. I'm like, oh shit. Is this not good enough? Oh, okay. Why? Because they actually know what it feels like to make something. So I trust them. But if you're just some kid and you've never made anything in your life, and you're saying that something could be better, you just don't have as much credibility. So, and you know, like for like the content creators, like people like me, people who make music, people who make art, you know, don't listen to everyone, you know, like listen to yourself and to your friends and people that you've, you know, gathered to be in your circle, because those are the people who matters. And it really is, I know it's really hard to like block out noise, but you know, if you're making something and a bunch of people say that they hate it, or if it feels like a bunch of people say they hate it, but you ask like one or two of your friends and they think it's fine, I think you should most likely ask yourself which is more important. You know, like a lot of people say that they don't like whatever I do, and that's okay, because like, you know, why do you need to like it anyways? But you know, if I make something, I always ask my friends like, what do you think about this? And when sometimes they do say that it's kind of not good, and I'm like, oh shit. And of course I get a little bit hurt, but you know, ultimately it just means that I have a lot to improve on, and I have people who tell me if something isn't good enough, you know? That's why I will never really stray from something being that bad or not having credibility. So yeah, it takes a little bit of effort from all sides, you know? You don't listen too much to all the noise. You realize that maybe the noise is just noisy and not the majority. And then from the people who do make the noise, maybe you should start using your hands to make something before you make so much noise. You know, it's just like a bunch of kids on the internet. We're all just like big kids on the internet, and we don't have to be too upset. I think it was fine. I really enjoyed the digital circus. I really enjoy streaming even after all that's happened. I really enjoy living life even after all the nasty things I've had to go through. In the end, I think it's all okay. I mean, I will break down every once a week. So it feels a little hypocritical to me. Like, I mean, the only thing I know is I'm really doing my best, okay? So I think you guys should do your best too. It's amazing to see an Indian animation get this much attention all around the world. I know! It's incredible! Like, it's so famous that Japan even opened theaters for it. Like, if I ever made something in like my little home in Canada and it got into the theaters in Japan, I'd be like, whoa! Holy shit! I did it! I don't even care if you guys all hate it. I'll be like, but it's in the theaters. Yeah. It's okay to not be totally okay. I know. I will work on it. But yeah, I think it was great. I think a lot of cool things have come up. And yeah, I wanna like watch some other stuff too when I have time. Oh, I've been watching this Netflix show called The 3-Body Problem. Has anybody watched it? I think it's been out for a while. I've been watching it, and honestly, when I read this title, I was like, what the fuck does this mean? 3-body problem? Like, I was literally thinking about like body parts. I was like, 3 by like the mind, the heart, and the stomach. I was like, what the fuck is 3 body? And then I discussed this show with a friend,
And he was like, you don't know what the three body
First of all, my friend, he's like a huge ass nerd. I don't even know like why he knows this, because he doesn't even have a job. So I'm like, why do you know so much stuff but you don't have a job? I'm just like, what the? And he's like,
you don't know what a three body problem is?
and I'm just like, yeah, I don't. What the fuck is that? And he was trying to explain like it's like a physics thing, or is it counted as physics? I think so. It's like, so like when there's two, it's harmonious. Look at this diagram, or look at this like 3D animation, and if there's three, there's it's unpredictable. If there's chaos, and I was like, holy shit, that's so cool! I didn't even know this was like a real thing. I didn't even know this title was based off of that. It's literally called the three body problem. I was like, why does everybody know this? Like, when is like learned in school? Like, bitch, why do you fucking remember things that you learned in school? Like, that's what a loser move. Like, what is this, man? What? I've never heard of the three body problem. Like, what is this? I think I skipped that class. That was in school. I know! Exactly! He's telling me that he learned this in school. There's no fucking way we learned that in school. That is so advanced. That's something that like scientists are trying to figure out formulas for. Why the fuck would we learn that in school? It's not even like something that they figured out in like NASA. Like, what the fuck? It was in physics class? What kind of school you go to, guys? Like, I just went to a normal public school. Maybe university? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I skipped that one. Oops. Okay. Anyways, I'm just like uneducated. I just need to poke fun of my friends for not having a job because I'm just uneducated. You know, it's a fair trade. Anyways, it's a very interesting thing. Like, and actually, it took me a little bit to like understand it fully. But I was like, oh, okay. So like, the reason why it's so difficult to figure out is because because there's three like things interacting, or like I guess in this case like planets or stars. Interacting with each other. Every time they do an interaction, it changes what they're gonna do next. So you just can't predict it. So that's why they can't find a formula to like formulate and predict what's gonna happen. It's because every single interaction affects the next interaction, and so so that makes sense. Also, I just think like maybe they can. This is just my opinion, but I'm like, why are we trying to make up for me? I was like, I'm really dumb. I'm like, oh my god, wait, are we in a three body problem with the Earth and the Sun? And then my friend was like,
no, we don't have that problem because they all need to be of equal like energy and stuff like that, and so that doesn't happen here because the Earth is not as strong as the sun, so everything just rotates around the sun, so there's no like any other interference. And I was like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be like some formula of why there was so much like global warming. Like, why is it so fucking hot and then so fucking cold in like the same week?
like, honestly, if you lived in Canada in like May, it really felt like the three body problem, because it would be sunny like 27 degrees, and then like in 2 days it would be snowing, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I literally legit was like, oh my god, wait, are we in a three body? Is this why the scientists are trying to figure out the formula so we can predict the weather? And my friend was like, you are so fucking stupid. And I was like, wait, we're not even in this situation, so why are we trying to solve this formula? And I was like, why are you focusing on this if this is not even our problem? Like, can you guys like cure cancer or something, please? Like, please, thank you. Yeah, I was like, okay, but like stop global warming would be nice, or something like that, and then kind of like more useful. But anyways, I guess I'm not in a position to really say that because I don't know anything. It's just a question. That's a different field. Yeah, it's a different field that I feel like maybe more people can be interested in, you know? Like, just saying. Anyways, this show is really interesting. It was kind of like a slow burn in the beginning because the first episode, there was so much going on. I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is this, like, VR game that they're playing? Wait, I'm just curious, does anybody know the show or has watched it? Because if I'm just talking about it and nobody knows what I'm saying, then I won't talk about it. Did you finish the show? No, I didn't. Oh, you watched the Chinese version? First time I heard of it. Well, it's on Netflix, so if you guys want to check it out, you should watch it. It's interesting. It's called The Three Body Problem, which I have said like 20 times the past 20 minutes. I know the general plot. Yeah, so basically the general plot is so like the three body problem itself is like a formula that people are trying to like, I guess, like make or come up with in real life. And then this show is basically that, but basically there's like these aliens that are insistent on conquering Earth, which honestly, like, you're lost, because why the fuck do you want to like conquer Earth? It's not really a pleasant place. There's so much pollution. Like, you really will not be getting that much out of it. You just get a bunch of like, yeah. Anyways, these aliens want to conquer Earth. And this one Chinese lady just happened to be really like spiteful of like everyone, and was like, yeah, I'll help you. I was like, wait, this is really bad representation. Like, I swear I don't want to work with aliens to conquer the world. Please, guys, this is not me. I was like, okay. And then so apparently the aliens just be like, okay. I don't know, they're pretty easy. Did you get to the ship cutting part? No, don't spoil. I am literally on episode 3. Nope, I am not far in. I just know like the basis of the plot. And then so like there's like this insane advanced technology where it literally just looks like a PS like 10 or something, like PlayStation 10 collaboration with VR, and where they like put on this like VR helmet thingy, and they're like, whoa, they're like in a really, really, really accurate simulation where they have to basically figure out the game and the concept of the game or whatever. Yeah, it's like Sword Art Online, exactly. They can like taste things, they can like feel things. But you can only play this game if you're invited. Which is great, because like I would not want to ever play a game like that, and please don't invite me. So yeah, in this game, basically you are living on a planet that is in chaos with like 3 suns. So that's the three body problem. There's like 3 suns, they're always like interacting with each other, and because they do, it affects this world, and this world is going into chaos, everybody's dying, and you have to figure out what the fuck to do. Yeah, it's actually really interesting, and yeah, that's basically the thing. And then it kind of gets into something deeper, but I feel like that kind of goes into like spoiler territory. But yeah, I'm lost, but it sounds interesting. Yeah, believe me, like the first 2 episodes maybe is like it's a really slow burn. There's like so much lore, and then so much other things. Like half of this show is in Chinese, which is really cool for me because I love Chinese. So I'm like, yay English and Chinese, whee! But it's really interesting. I think you guys should watch it. It's cool. There are like these really recognizable actors and actresses that I've seen in other shows. Like there's this guy from Game of Thrones that's like the CEO of something. I was like, whoa, you're from Game of Thrones. You're the king. You're Joffrey's grandpa. I was like, whoa, why are you here? Yeah, it's really cool. I think you should watch it, and then we can talk about it more. But yeah, that's kind of like what I do on my off time, like when I have a little energy and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm so happy to like stream and talk to you guys about stuff. I really miss streaming. I just don't have as much time and energy. And yeah, I want to like, you know, get back into the momentum of like playing games and stuff. It's just really hard when there's so much stuff that I have to think about. And then I like get overwhelmed and stuff. But yeah, thanks for letting me do this guerilla zatsu, so I can just spew out whatever. Yeah, with the streaming stuff, like I still intend to stream mostly in the mornings, but this will probably change the time zones for you guys, because now my mornings are like EST nights. So I'll try to incorporate some like night streams too, just because like I want to keep some of the stream time zones the same for you guys. I see that some of you guys who are usually in my morning streams in EST are still here, and it must be kind of difficult because I know it's probably like 4 or 5 a.m. for y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I just want you guys to know I see it. I know your time zones. I see you. I hear you. You are so valid. I appreciate you. 1 a.m. EST. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I moved. 1:20. I like how I say like I see you and you guys give me your exact time. So it's 1:28 a.m. right now, Anna. How could you do this to me? Yeah, but I will try my best to do some night streams too. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is like, you know, like Japanese housing, like walls are infamously famous for being thin and stuff. I don't think my walls are that thin. It's a pretty new place. I'll just try not to be too loud, you know, like I won't be like playing with Wilson Resident Evil decibel loud. But I think like this volume is fine at night. Yeah. 10 p.m. for me, so this is perfect. Oh shit, yeah, for PST folks, it was never convenient for you guys, so this might be more convenient for y'all. Be like, oh my gosh, it's finally streaming not at like 7 a.m. True! Bring out the drum set. You can also soundproof your room. Oh my god, yeah! Okay, so, once I come back from my health checkups and everything like that, I don't know if this is gonna happen, so I still need to ask permission from my manager. But I was thinking, like, I want you guys to kind of submit your rooms because I want to get some ideas on how to decorate my room. But I don't know how to do that, so I need some, like, Pinterest references. But I was like, why go on Pinterest when I can just ask my Alu peeps? So I want you guys to maybe start tidying up your rooms because I don't want to see a messy room. I want to see a room where I can see what you guys have so I can get some ideas on how to decorate my room. I don't want to judge your rooms, but if your room is really ugly and messy, I will call you out. So my room's not the best inspiration for decoration. Well, it doesn't have to be your room. It could just be any room, but I just need some inspiration. I don't know what to do. My room is like a shrine. I'd love to see it because I kind of want to put up some sort of shrine too. I can flex my collection. Yeah, but before I like, you know, I just want to make sure, like, I just want to let you guys know, like, it's not a guarantee stream because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that. So I need to get some prior permission for it. Probably might have to, like, if we do get permission for it, maybe we might have to like censor like copyrighted stuff, you know, like. I know you guys have a lot of merch of like other things, or like other people, or like maybe like an anime or something. You might just have to censor that or something. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I'd love to get some ideas from you guys. My room is like walking into the back rooms. Well, no wonder you're depressed. You would have to review the room pics first for sure. Yeah! But yeah, for now, I've just been gathering things that are purple because I want to make a cute streamer room. I'm kind of failing because I'm really bad at I'm really bad at decorating. I just don't know what I'm doing. Also, it's, I don't know, I can't, sometimes like when you try to buy like something cute, it's like they show you a picture that's AI'd and I'm like, that's not real, and I don't really know if I should take my chances. There's like this, there are like a series of like cute carpets that I was looking at on Etsy, and then I see the reviews. People are like, this does not look like what it looks like on the pictures. And they take a picture of it, and I look at like the picture that they probably AI'd to make look like super good, and then I see the review pictures. Yeah, the expectations versus reality, it's like a huge difference. But it's just so funny. I like, oh, good thing you took a picture, because like I wouldn't have been able to tell. And also like I just like started looking at it because it was funny. Oh, so it's like this picture, just this carpet is really fluffy, but it just doesn't look like the way that it looks like in the picture itself. I'm just like, well, thanks for buying it for me so I can see it and I'll buy it. Thank you. Too much purple would make the room light and dark and gloomy though. I was actually thinking I would go for like purple slash green because I have a lot of like green stuff that I kind of don't want to like not use. So I was like purple, green, but like with some like natural wood looking. Like my desk is like it looks wooden. I don't think it's real wood, but like it looks like it's wood. So I just kind of I wanted to do like this like this nature-y purple green thingy. Like that's what I have in my head, but I don't know how to like execute it. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I would like commission some artists to draw some stuff and then I would like print it out and like hang it in my room. But I don't really want them to draw me. Because why would I have a picture of myself in my room? Maybe like something else, like maybe like an Alouette or something. Like if it's like me and an Alouette, I think that's more like a family photo, so I'd be okay with that. But if it's just me, I feel like that's kind of weird. Yeah, not pink. No, pink is not even my favorite color. I think pink and purple look good, but like, I like purple a lot. Oh my god, you're right. I should put a picture of Lady Gaga. Damn, I should. You can be a narcissist if you want. Of course I would if I wanted to, but I don't really want a picture of myself. That's not my style. I would put a picture of Lady Gaga though. I would. What's your favorite color? I think my favorite color has slowly become purple because of Enna and Alouette. But I still really like green. But I think green and purple look good too. Also, I have this like Jax figurine that my friend gifted me because I told her that I don't like Jax. So at least he's purple too. Yippee! You purple bunny! Don't be stuck on my desk forever. What shade of green? It seems to kind of be like a kind of like a not pastel, but like a bright green. We need a green Enna. You do have green Enna. Zutomo, I'm green there. Lime green? Not quite. It's not really lime green. It's like a really like a plant light green, not like a dark green, but like a light plant green. Do you like mint green? I do like that color, but that's not the color that I have on my decorations pile right now. Which vegetable? Like bok choy. Oh no, bok choy green is too light. Like the stem of a spinach, like that, sort of. Like members green? No, not members green. Is it the green color that looks like the send button on your screen? The send button? The send button on your screen? Oh no! Oh wait! Oh yes! Kind of! Yeah. Actually, I see what you mean. This one, right? This one? Oh, kind of like this green. Like, you see this photo screen? Like this kind of green. Oh yeah, I'm trying to aim for my room to kind of be like this. Well, maybe not as like purple, but like purple accents and green accents. Yeah. Is this pastel? Oh, I didn't know this was pastel. It kind of looked more like bright. Yeah. I wanted to do that because I already have my keyboard that's that color. And then I have an Xbox controller that's green. And then I actually have my... I got some stuff back from my dad's place. And I actually bought another Xbox controller because I didn't have one at the time. Because I didn't bring mine from Canada before. And it happens to be purple. So I was like, oh shit, this is perfect. I have like purple and green stuff. Yeah, I like green. It makes me feel healthy. It's more like a saturated pastel, but it's still in the pastel zone. Oh. Yeah, that's my aim. But anyways, I'll let you know when I can do that stream so that you guys can maybe start submitting your room ideas to me. Okay, what else? Wait, sorry, I lost the chat. Where are you guys? What the fuck? Hello? Oh, here. Okay, there you go. What about the Beyblade stream? Sorry guys, I don't think I'm getting any terms for that. I asked many times, but I don't think that's happening. I think there's just too much like... This is the one thing you guys really have to understand about just like Japanese laws and stuff like that, is that it's very, very, very... The itty bitty stuff are all very important. That's all. Yeah, and that's okay, and it's for like good reason too. It's just a little tedious sometimes. Copyrighted, yeah, copyright stuff here is crazy. But that's how you I guess that's just how you gotta maintain it sometimes. Okay guys, I'll probably have to go soon and get some groceries. Okay, the only sucky part is that groceries, like, I guess I'm just not used to the heat, but whenever I have to get groceries in the summertime, it's just so fucking hot, guys. Like, I can't. It's like, oh my god. Like a 5-minute walk kind of feels like a 20-minute walk because of the heat. Like, the heat is just blazing at you. I'm like, I can't go out, guys. I'm sweating in all the wrong places. Like, I go out for like 10 minutes and there's like sweat dripping down my back. I'm like, why is it so freaking... It's not just hot, it's like humid. So it like sticks to you. It just sticks all over your skin and you can't get it off unless you shower. And then you go out again and then it's like sticky. Canadian girl meets Asian humid summer. I know, I hate it. Sometimes it makes me itchy because my skin is like, why is there so much sweat? What happened to the cold climate that we're accustomed to? Where's the minus 20 degrees? I'm like, no, I'm in a different place now. I hate humidity. I hate humidity so much. Yeah, but the good thing about like being in humidity is that your voice is like always kind of lubricated, and then your skin is like better because you're always sweating and it's never dry. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just not used to it. Like even now I'm like at home and I'm sweating. Like, why is it so hot? Will grow into it? No, I don't think so. I think I'm already a grown person and I'm just accustomed to minus 20 degrees weather. I'm so used to getting my face like... my face being so dry that it starts like cracking. That's what I'm used to. I feel you, girl. Me now is 34. Oh my god, that's crazy. I can't. If it's 30, if it's like 35 and up, I will not go out for groceries. I'm just gonna take out. I'm just going to Konbini and eat. Too late to grow into it, just spend the rest of the life disliking it. Yep, that's me. It was 40 here the other day. I don't even know, like, 40, like, I think you can actually die from that. Like, I know, like, summers in Japan can get up to 40 or more, and I think that's really dangerous, and I think a lot of people actually do die from, like, the heat. So please be careful if you are going out. Like, drink water even if you're not thirsty. Like, just drink it because you are thirsty. You just don't know it. Do you have AC? I do, it's just not in this room. I have a fan! A fan, and it's working really hard every day, day and night. One time I got heat exhaustion, and guys, it is not fun. Like, oh my god, it is real. It is so real. We do not like, we do not appreciate. Heat exhaustion is actually so crazy. It like makes you diarrhea, it makes you vomit. Like, I don't even know how that works. You are just dead. Like, be careful. Ironically, the best times is to be super awake early or like late. Like, you know, like 12 a.m, 1 a.m, or like even 6 a.m, like when the sun hasn't fully come out yet. Like, damn. It's like the perfect weather. And then the sun comes out and everything is ruined. Too much. Okay, I'm gonna read some super chats and then I gotta get some groceries, I think. Because if I don't get groceries, I will not have anything to eat. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and go back and do all the scary stuff again. And hopefully I get some good news. Or like, not good news, but like if I can keep... If my exam results come back and nothing has changed, that is good news because that means nothing is getting worse. So, like, that would be very ideal for me. So please, if you guys can give me your blessings and good luck, I would really appreciate that because I will need it. I'm always really scared when exam time comes because first of all, it's really painful. And number two, it's scary because it's a lot of waiting and then a lot of anticipation, and I just like it's a lot of stress. We'll manifest the best outcome. Thank you. Help me manifest, guys. Thank you. I'm calling all my ancestors to send you good fortune. They're gonna be like, oh, which one? The one that's on the plane? Thank you. Thanks, chat. I had so much fun chatting. I'm gonna read super chats before I get distracted again. Okay. I haven't done this in so long. Okay. The bomb! Oh, wait. Sorry, you're not first. Sorry. Leon, thank you so much for the super. Hope you've been doing well lately. Babe, congrats on the move. Thank you! Thank you very much. I'm doing my best. The bomb, thank you so much for the super. I've been out of the loop lately, short of your streams. Well, okay, you're not out of the loop. I have not been streaming. This is my first stream, like, this month or something. Glad to hear from you. Hope you've been well. And after seeing you lead the Knicks to victory, I'm gonna be rocking my Enna merch for good luck. I did not lead them. The short king did. Not me. I'm just an observer. But yeah, thanks for using my merch. Actually, the merch for the NBA sponsor was actually really good. I really like using it too. Just because of the towel especially is pretty good quality in my eyes. And my booba. Tiamat, thank you so much for the super. Enna Babe, miss you a lot. And I can't read this anymore. Wait, hold on. Miss you a lot and 希望你最近一切顺利，求求。Oh, thank you. 谢谢. I'm doing my best. I miss Chinese food. I miss Chinese food and vegetables. I miss Chinese vegetables so much. You don't even know. This is why I keep eating spinach. Because there's no Chinese vegetables. Where do you find them? I don't even know. I have to look for them. Tokoshie, thank you so much for the super. Can't watch right now, so we'll be VOD gang. Welcome back. Thank you in advance for life updates. Well, I'm not really fully back, but I just wanted to drop by, tell you guys I'm alive, and then I'm alive again. There are a lot of Chinese foods and yeah, there are. It's just like I'm talking more about like Chinese like groceries so I can like cook at home. There's not. I think there are Chinese groceries. I just probably don't live near them, so I need to do some digging. It just the thing is like Chinese groceries are just everywhere in Canada, so like it's just really different. It's basically like Chinatown everywhere, but here it's like in very specific places, so you have to kind of go out of your way to get some. But it's okay. Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh, I forgot because we're talking about Chinese cuisine. The other day I went to a restaurant and it was not a Chinese restaurant, but they had mapo tofu. Okay, I was like, oh, whatever. Like, As long as they have mapo tofu, I'm excited. Oh my god, it's the worst mapo tofu I've ever had in my life. My biggest mistake is not going to a Chinese restaurant to eat mapo tofu. I was like, how do you fuck up mapo tofu? Like, you just put some tofu and some sauce, and that's it. Oh my god, guys, it was so nasty that every time I looked at mapo tofu, I felt like barfing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is it so sweet? I was like, it's so spicy but so sweet. Like, what does that even mean? I do not understand. I was like, why does it feel? Why does this feel like a dessert? I was like, but I tried to eat it anyways because, you know, I don't want to waste food. I was like, oh, I don't feel so good. Like, oh my god. And then I went to like the next week or two, like my dad was like, let's go eat, let's go to a Chinese restaurant, and I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, you want some mapo tofu? I looked at the mapo tofu on the menu, and honestly, usually I would say that it looks so delicious. As I looked at it, I almost barfed. I was like, I have like a gag reflex now to like mapo tofu. I think it needs to be like at least a month or two before I eat mapo tofu again. But like that mapo tofu like ruined me. Like, I don't know, triggered some like PTSD. I see mapo tofu now, I'm like, oh my god, I don't feel so good. Like, I genuinely do. I can't even eat tofu. Like, when I ate tofu, like just plain tofu, I was like, I don't really feel so good. Like, I don't know. The best Chinese food I've had in Japan was in Yokohama. Well, actually, I disagree. I think the best Chinese food is actually located in Ikebukuro. So, I think if you guys really want to, if you guys happen to visit Japan or live in Japan, I think you should try. Well, okay, like it's different cuisine. It's like it's spicier there. There's a lot of spicy cuisines in the Chinatown that's located in Ikebukuro. But I think the Yokohama one, they have like more less spicy cuisines. Yeah, but I have more of a preference towards the spicy stuff. So if you guys like spicy stuff and Chinese food, Ikebukuro is your place. Yeah, I made a huge mistake. It was like in the middle of nowhere and I was hungry and I was like, oh, mapo tofu, yippee! And it was like so like fancy. I was like, whoa, this is like so nice. And then they charged me like $10 for pu'er tea. I was like, pu'er? Cha? For $10? And it's not even like a pot of tea, it's just like a cup. I was like, it's not even a pot of tea? You charged me $10 for a cup of pu'er tea? I can bring my own, sir. And then they gave me this like shitty mapo tofu. And I was like, what the fuck? This is why you don't just go into any restaurant. You gotta really look. Oh my god. But yeah, I need to recover from that just a little bit. So do not want to eat mapo tofu for once. Well, that sounds like a scam. Well, you know, sometimes you're just really hungry and desperate, okay? I was like doing so much things, I was like, I need to eat something. Okay, let's see. Tiamat, thank you again for the super. I was at the G5 to see Nyx won the champion, and I bought the Enna Parfait with me. That definitely is gonna be one of the best games of my life. I know, like I'm really happy. Like it was actually pretty legendary. I'm not even exaggerating. A lot of people felt the same way too. It was really cool. It's cool that you got to see it too. John, thank you so much for the super. Enna-chan, 日本に来てくれてありがとう。仕事頑張ってね。ありがとう。最近暑いですから気をつけてください。Thank you. Thank you, 10, Majin D and the Bond. Thank you guys for the AFK supers. Thank you, thank you. Meiru Ven, thank you so much for the super. Enna, not to be cheesy, but you're one of my biggest inspirations to learn how to sing. Do you have any tips for newbies that want to learn solo? I'm always hesitant to give advice because I'm self-taught, so I feel like I don't really do things properly. But I think the thing that I learned from people who are professionals is to never exert your voice. You have to think of it as a muscle, because it is. Like, you just don't play like basketball non-stop for like 2 days straight. So you gotta rest your voice, hydrate, and use your diaphragm. Those are my advices that I know for sure are correct. So Emperor Slade, thank you so much for the super. First super, I think. Been following for a long time, and I hope you have a lovely stream. Thank you! Thank you for the first super. And yeah, thanks for always following. Lee Hul, thank you so much for the super. Good luck, Anna. Thank you. Day4D3, thank you for the super. Thank you for the zatsu, Anna. I really missed you. I hope your health journey gets easier. Me too. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you, thank you.
Bless.
Tata, thank you so much for the super. Sometimes the perceived temperature in my city is 30 degrees. 38! Oh my god, that's crazy. 38! I'm gonna die. 38 is crazy. Every time I go out, I feel like I'm melting on the ground. Anna, please drink more water. 我说你可以吃一起入到汤水哦，mung bean soup 可以下火。我非常想你，宝贝，爱你，球球，谢谢呀！我应该多做，绿豆粥。Yeah, okay, so like mung bean soup in Chinese culture is like a thing that people drink because it helps cool them down. Not like in a temperature sense, because we usually drink them hot, but like because they have like, I guess, more alkaline? Like it's not a type of food that like inflames you. If you believe in that stuff. Add a scoop of vanilla ice cream to mung bean soup? Trust me? I don't trust you, bro. I've never mixed those things. I mean, I'm not really into like sweet soup. You're gonna make me think about the mapo tofu. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Well, I can't think about sweet stuff. Nope. Oh god. I think about potato chips. Oh, you know what I do miss? I miss potato chips because potato chips, like the Western potato chips, are just so salty that I can't stop thinking about them. Like they're just so salty, man. It's like over salted over there, and I just love that shit. I just love salt. Potato chips are like salty here too, but it's just not the same, you know. Like, man, I need like 300 liters of salt. Pinkerton, thank you so much for the super, sharing my good fortune and blessings with you, and may your checkup come back with great results. Thank you! Yeah, I got actually like a really cute health charm from a friend, so I'll be having that on me at all times. It's really sweet. I think it's like, you know how sometimes there's like shrines in Japan where you can get charms for like specific things, you know, like for health or for money or love. My friend got me one for health, and it's actually really like it's a really nicely designed one, so I've had it on me since. Naka, thank you so much for the super. So great to hear your updates. The heat and humidity during summer in Japan can actually be deadly, so please be really careful about heat stroke. Thank you, you too. 気をつけてください。水いっぱいいっぱい飲んでください。Maybe, thank you so much for the super. Have a good day. 谢谢你的直播，谢谢 Thank you. Marco D, thank you so much for the super. Good luck, Anna. Your Alipis are always here when you need them. Thanks for the updates and the zatsu. Happy to hear my Oshi's doing well, and I am looking forward to seeing you again, Anna. Take care. Thank you. I won't be away for too long, so hopefully it's just like 2 weeks max. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to tell any like TMI stories. I really hope I'm just really afraid that some random nurse is gonna like finger butt fuck me again. Like I really don't want that. Like I know they told me like, oh yeah, we're gonna like, you know, finger your ass. Okay, they didn't say that. They were like, we're gonna have to like, you know, check something. 3, 2, 1. I just hope that doesn't happen again. You know, please, I can't do that anymore. Just one time was enough. One time was enough. One time was enough, guys. One time was enough. I am 100% sure they used a different vocabulary for that. Yeah, well, honestly, when you're really overwhelmed, that's how I can summarize it, okay? They're just like, yeah, we need to check inside here and inside there. And I'm like, okay, now we have to check into the other hole. 3, 2, poof. And I'm like, oh my lord. Good God, I think I saw Jesus. Oh my goodness. One time is indeed more than enough. I know. Like, I don't even have a prostate, guys. Please. Please don't do it. I'm so scared. I don't like going to the doctors. I hate it even more now. They did the Naruto thing. No, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Tasa, thank you so much for the super again. Happy Father's Day to Alu Papa. Oh yeah, thank you. It's Father's Day. Did you eat zongzi during the Dragon Boat Festival 2 days ago? No, I literally was so busy. I don't even know what day it is. I didn't even know that it was the 21st today until I looked at it. I thought we were still, like, on June 10th or something. I have no concept of time. I was literally on another planet doing everything that I can to survive. But yeah, unfortunately I did miss that festival. But I'll make sure that I say happy Father's Day to my dad, because I also didn't keep track of the dates. Thank you for reminding me. Happy Father's Day to everybody's daddies here. Happy Zaddy's Day. Oh my god, I'm gonna say happy Zaddy's Day to my dad. Influenced by Luca too much. He keeps calling me Zad. I'm like, it's like, Zad. I'm like, bro, can you stop saying that? It's so contagious.
Okay, sorry, Zad.
I know, the brain rot. So funny.
I'm really happy that I got to collab with Luca, because I haven't done so in so long. Like, so long. And every time I hang out with Luca, it's like, he really feels like my little brother. It feels so fun. I mean, a little annoying, but but like, that's kind of like that's the charm, you know? Have we settled the spinach debate? I'm telling you that it, like... So, okay, I forgot what it's called in Japanese. Komatsuna. Yeah, komatsuna. So here. Komatsuna literally is called the mustard spinach. It has the word spinach in it. It's spinach. Like, you can go into the complications, like, oh yeah, it's not part of the spinach family. It's called the Brassica Rapa family. Like, you need a hobby, okay? It literally translates to mustard spinach. That's what it is. Okay? Like, that's what it is. And honestly, like, it doesn't look exactly like spinach, but it looks close enough. Like, it definitely doesn't look like bok choy or like broccoli. It literally looks more like spinach than any other vegetable. And it's literally called mustard spinach. So... Also, I just want to put in the fact that even if I was wrong, I most likely cook more often, so it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, the food is coming from my pot and not anyone else's. So I get to call it whatever I want, because I'm the one making it, and you're not. So, there we go. You can Google it. It's called komatsuna, and then if you type it in, it literally says Japanese mustard spinach. That's what it's called. Why am I wrong? Because I'm not. It's literally called Japanese mustard spinach. Like, I didn't name it. Assert your dominance. Yeah. Fucking Gen Z colleagues telling me that's not spinach. That literally is called spinach. Just looks a little different. It's like potatoes, you know, like sweet potatoes don't really look like the normal potatoes. They're like pointy and stuff. Like, it's the same thing. In my city, everyone calls it青菜. Yeah, we call it 青菜 too, but like, you know. Also, whoever the fuck worked at that grocery store definitely labeled it wrong, because they wrote like horenso, and I was like, this is not what horenso really looks like, but it's still spinach, you know. Sweet potatoes aren't part of the potato family. Yeah, but it's still a potato. It has the word potato in it. So even if you're gonna exclude that potato like that, like, just because they're not actually part of the family because the genetics are different, you're gonna be like, that's not a potato. That's racism, man. That's not good. That's some sort of ism. That's potatoism. You guys gonna do this spinachism too? That's right. Yeah, you guys really gonna discriminate like that? Yeah, exactly. Sweet potato got named wrongly. Well, too bad. It's sweet potato and we know it for sweet potato and we accept sweet potato. Too bad. It's literally not a potato, it's a yam. Yeah, well, it's a yam and a sweet potato. That's just like Khaleesi in Game of Thrones and her like 7 names. You know, she's dragon queen, I don't know, breaker of chains, mother of whatever. This is all her. It's all her, man. By your logic, a seahorse is an actual horse. Well, it is. See, that's the thing. See, that's the horse. It is a horse. It's a seahorse. They don't have to look the same, but it's still a seahorse. What, are you just gonna call it a sea? Potatoes are part of the nightshade family and sea potatoes are part of the morning glory family. You see, the fact that you know that just tells me that you have too much time on your hands. Like, when was the last time you paid for anything? I just wanna know, you know? Like... You get what I mean? Like, we can stand here or sit here all day, talk about like, this is not spinach, this is spinach. It doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter. And also, I'm not even wrong. Like, it's literally called spinach. But anyways... Wait till we get to taro. I'll leave that to the Filipinos. I think like taro is grown there or something. So I don't know too much about taro. I don't think we grow taro in Canada, but I think it's mostly grown in the Philippines. If I believe to be correct, is it? I've never seen a horse and a seahorse in the same place at the same time. Coincidence? You're in a fucking VTuber chat. You have not seen many things in many places at the same time. You're in a VTuber chat. You are probably not going to be seeing a lot of things because you're here. So you cannot tell me that I'm wrong. You're thinking of ube. Oh, sorry. You're right. Ube is different. Ube is purple yam. Oh, taro is taro not ube, right? It's really confusing. No, taro is that like starchy one. They look kind of similar, like from the outside, sort of. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, anyways, I gotta read the other donations. Okay, so there were a couple that were sent before the stream. Your favorite troublemaker, thank you so much for the dono. Hey, just wanted to let you know you're great. Thank you. My favorite troublemaker, whoever that is. GHD, thank you so much for the Aka dono. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, Enna. I'm doing my best. Red Branch, thank you so much for the Aka dono as well. I hope things in Japan are going well. Have some fridge fun. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because, yeah, that was a lot of stuff that I had to like spend on, but all very necessary. Okay. Hold on, I think my battery's gonna die. What's happening? Oh shit, I'm on 1%. Guys, I'm gonna lose battery soon! I thought I was charging, but it wasn't. Whoops. Some things never change. Oh, okay, I already died. Okay. Pinkerton, thank you so much for the dono. Happy June. Wait, I think I read this. Oh, I did. Sorry, I'm like confusing some of the... Oh, sorry. But thank you again. Thank you. Happy June to you, even though it's almost over. Max, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Shoot again. Thank you so much for the dono as well. Hi, Enna. Please don't feel bad for taking breaks because it lets me catch up on clipping your streams. Moving and setting up in a new environment must have been very tedious. Hope you get enough rest in the process. Sorry for the lack of clips. Love you platonically. Now Wow, thank you so much. I saw your clips for like the 3D stuff and it was really funny and I loved it. Thank you so much. You've been clipping me for like literally years, girl. Like I don't know why you have to apologize. Like honestly, I don't expect anybody to be clipping. First of all, I don't expect anyone to clip for me, and I also don't even expect people to clip for that long. That's crazy. Also, shout out to Clippers, Shuriken, Square-chan. These two have been clipping me for years. Not just me, but like Square-chan like literally clips everyone. Shout out to Kuu, who retired recently, but literally clipped me every single day for like 2 years. Shout out to Orange, also did the same. Love you guys. I think about you guys. Appreciate. Also, shout out to timestampers. Thank you, Anon, for literally timestamping every single stream the past like 2-3 years. Crazy. And thank you so much to Raka-san for timestamping in Japanese and sometimes English every stream too. You guys are all the goats. Thank you for making it so easy for everyone else. Thank you. Jesse, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. And CHD, thank you again for the dono. Thanks for the surprise stream, Enna. How have you been? I've been doing my best, as I've said. I will keep on doing my best, even though life is so difficult and expansive and scary. I will do my best. We got some amazing LPs. I know! I feel like I need to appreciate you guys more. Okay guys, I'm gonna go before it gets too hot. It's probably already too hot, but I'm glad that I got this stream. I'm happy to see you all do well. Sorry again that I just can't seem to find any time to stream that much. But you know, once I settle, I will have to do it eventually, so please wait just a little longer. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who gifted memberships. Jess Benson, thank you for the 1. Oh, now my mouse is not working. See, the scroll wheel on my mouse is also not working. Like, how come when we move, everything starts to not work? Okay, I'll just manually pull down. Pinkerton, thank you so much for the 1. Max, thank you so much for the 1 gifted as well. Thank you. Eat 6366, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Max, thank you so much again for the 1. And Merkle D, thank you for the 1 as well. Micha, thank you so much for the 1. And Majin D, thank you for the 1. Thank you guys. Thank you. And my mouse scroll wheel is not working. Tao, thank you for the 1 as well. And thank you guys for joining memberships if you've joined. I don't have much going on. Just letting you know, I only have emotes. So I've not been doing much membership stuff. Seatown Kills, thank you for the 5. And yeah, make sure you guys say thank you if you did receive a gifted membership. But look at these emotes. Oh yeah, I need to ask Fub to draw a horse emote one of these days. So I will do that actually. Maybe that will be my return day. I'll be like, please, my king, please draw a horse emote. Thank you. Okay, Alu peeps, I'm gonna get going because I gotta do a lot of stuff before I leave. Thank you so much for this stream. I had a lot of fun. When I come back, I'll probably just do another zatsu because I probably have more stuff to update you guys on. But then we can start playing video games. Yippee! Please. I just want to play video games. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a good night and day. And please sleep and eat if you haven't. And I'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. And if not, then I love you all platonically, and it was a great life. Bye, everybody. Otsuena.